Can it feel like rain when the words all sound the same and the lifeless corners of this empty frame? Do we feel let down by the same old autumn breathing winter's curses just around the bend? With our hands up tight to the blaze of better sign, we are armed and ready to commit this crime. We love that game, but we never play, 'cause we will lose and we wanna stay the way we are, the way we've been for far too long. From the falsest smile to the fear of death is why the pain reminds us that we're still alive. With our hearts on hold and a lack of interest exposed, all has damaged our determined eyes. With the lines are drawn and the red begins to creep this way from boredom toward apathy. We love that game, but we never play, 'cause we will lose and we wanna stay the way we are, the way we've been for far too long. We love that game, but we never play, 'cause we will lose and we wanna stay the way we are, the way we've been for far too long. Say something, finally we're alone, alright. Is there anyone out there at all? Say something, finally we're alone. How about a phone call now? We love that game, but we never play, 'cause we will lose and we wanna stay the way we are, the way we've been for far too long. We love that game, but we never play, 'cause we will lose and we wanna stay the way we are, the way we've been for far too long. We love that game, but we never play, 'cause we will lose and we wanna stay the way we are. It will feel like rain when the words all sound the same as the curtain closes on another day.
Long flight. Long flight. It's my first night in Berlin, and I want to dance. Where should I go?
Well, there's Berghain, or you can go to the Sisyphus.
Actually, I read about this place, the Conscious Club.
Oh, the Conscious Club with Joe Dart. Wolfpack is the house band.
Yeah, Wolfpack. That's it. Do you know how to get there?
Actually, I do, but it's very, very complicated.
Welcome to the Conscious Club. Conscious and filled with love. Welcome to the Conscious Club.
Welcome to the Conscious Club.
Conscious and filled with love. Come everyone, let's have some good time. It's all passed away. Welcome to the Conscious Club. Conscious and filled with love. Welcome to the Conscious Club.
Welcome to the Conscious Club.
Conscious and filled with love. Come everyone, let's have some good time. It's all passed away.
Close your eyes and earth dive in the smud. Watch your thoughts inside and say, I feel, ask you for your chant. Think of something interesting. This isn't relaxation. If he likes your improvisation, he'll take you to the train station. They're so close, you're so far from the start. Relax your face and say the password. It's Dane Dart.
The Conscious Club is under new management. Please enter your old CC ID as we transition databases.
What's up, everybody? It's Friday night, and you know what that means. It's time for an all-new Socially Awkward Studios. We got your dude, Steve-O. And me, I'm your boy, Froyo. It's Friday night. The drinks are tight. Let's have some fun. And it was at that moment he became the favorite child.
Oh shit! Who's the favorite child?
Chandler.
What did he do now?
He's getting into all these colleges, and they're giving him loads of money.
Oh,
Mucho money.
but we are back. No, you're good. Whoa.
What the hell happened?
Hey?
Broke it.
Hey?
Oh shit! Might have to go look at the. I need to probably replace these cords at some point. These are pretty old.
I need to replace my butt cord.
Oh yeah, your butt cord.
Stings.
But anyways, howdy ho, neighborinos.
Hello, people of their internet worlds.
Yes, we are back. Socially Awkward, episode 298.
Oh shit! Almost there.
We two away.
Yeah, we 2 away. I don't even know what we're doing. But yeah, how's everyone been? Everyone, we're doing
We
a
just
Thursday
stop.
night.
We never
right?
hit 300. We just stop.
We stop at 299 and just leave them paying. Oh, we should do what Rick and Morty did, where we'll get to 299, and when people are like, when's the 300th episode going to drop? It's like, oh, we're in negotiation for contract, and we let it all hold out, and then it's like, we were signed for 7 seasons, guys. And everyone's like, wait, what? This is, to who? To Amazon. Not to actually be on Amazon. We just have to keep promoting them and get no money.
Wait, they didn't make a 300 episode?
No, we were joking with us, like, if we don't get to 300.
Oh.
No, because what happened with Rick and Morty was they had 3 seasons, and then their contract ran out, and then they were negotiating with Cartoon Network, and everyone's like, just give them the money. Like, they're making you money. Like,
Yeah.
so and they had a negotiation. Instead of just doing for, like, another season, they said, fuck it, we'll give you 7 seasons, put you on this plan, so then they can write the episodes back to back. So they're like, okay, we're guaranteed to make it to, like, 10 seasons now. So, yeah, it was just, like, that whole thing. Because I was like, yeah, Cartoon Network. I don't think they're going to be dumb and drop the ball on this. They're like, we got a moneymaker. Let's keep this around. You know?
Cash money, ching 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 ching.
So, but I think it gives the writers a little bit more time to be like, okay, now we can write these episodes back to back. So then there's not like a year hiatus. It's like the season will end, and then next year. I think that's why they're starting it in November. Mm-hmm. So that will probably be their like time slot now. Is like every November probably new Rick and Morty's for the next 7 years at least. At least that's my theory. Well, we'll see what happens. But anyways, enough of... I didn't want to dive right into just talking Rick and Morty, but...
I wonder if that was a job calling me.
Oh, yeah.
Find out after.
Well, if they leave a message.
Yeah.
If they don't leave a message.
Listen to it live on air.
Yeah.
Yes, Mark Renfro.
We want you to be a beer merchandiser.
We want you to be a beer merchandiser. We do not want you to
I
be.
fell, too. My knee hurts.
The only
Jesus,
catch...
dude, what did you do last
I
night?
don't know. Probably fell in my room.
Yeah, you seem to have a story last night.
Nah,
Like,
I just got super drunk at Outback Steakhouse.
end of story. I was all.
That's it.
It's like the epic tale. They're like, okay, can we make a movie of this? What do we got? I just got
closing.
I got.
Damn.
You closed down an Outback Steakhouse.
Steakhouse.
Nice. I don't think I've ever done that.
In Ahwatukee.
They had
What a destination.
they had Oktoberfest and they had Modern Times Tower Station on tap. And I was like, oh damn,
Ooh.
for Outback, that's pretty good.
You mean Mother Road?
Or Mother Road? No,
No.
Tower Station, Modern Times, right?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
What's Modern Times then?
Modern Times has a bunch of different ones.
Oh yeah, I know those. I get those a lot. That's why I'm saying it. Yeah. Mother Road.
Mother Road. Okay.
But yeah, they had Sam Adams
Shout out.
Oktoberfest, and I went during happy hour, so I was getting the talls.
Yeah. I like those on tap. Those were really solid on tap. The
Oktoberfest?
yeah, Oktoberfest.
I had what was it? I can't remember what else.
What'd you get to eat?
I ate salad. That's the why I was so drunk. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't that hungry, and I knew I was gonna be drinking beer. If I eat
Like a
meal,
steak salad? Like a steak salad?
no, like a house salad. With
What?
like,
So
cucumbers
no
or onions.
meat or anything.
No.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I killed myself.
I don't think I could do that if
That's
I
all
got
I've eaten.
Outback.
I haven't even
Like
eaten.
I was
since
like,
then
I
'cause my
need something
stomach-
that destroys my colon later tonight.
I went to.
Do you
I went
guys
there
have
2 days
that?
before.
Bloomin' onion.
I
Dude,
get the for
bloomin'
lunch.
onion for
They
sure.
have the bloomin' onion is statistically the unhealthiest thing you could eat if you eat all of it at a restaurant.
Hell yeah.
It's
I don't.
1,950 calories.
Does not surprise me, but I don't think I could finish a full one by myself.
No way.
I have.
Like no way. Oh shit.
That's
dude.
all I ate.
Oh damn. But I do love
good.
I do love me a bloomin' onion. Usually
the
I
sauce.
usually I do the the sauce is solid. I sometimes
yeah.
will do the bloomin' onion burger.
Ooh, I haven't had that.
That's pretty delicious.
I've had it. It's weird because I'm used to just eating the bloomin' onion.
And then, but mostly I'm like surf and turf.
Yeah, I was going to say.
lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
lobster,
had some guy was eating
tail steak.
lobster last night.
But
No, I
Yeah.
went there for lunch the other day. I get like they just have like a 6-ounce sirloin and I get a baked potato.
yeah,
and, something with it
like
for
even
lunch.
even
Lo-
that even
like
that's
a,
just
like a
solid.
loaded baked potato?
I don't get it loaded. I just like butter in mine, but you can get it loaded.
No sour cream?
I don't get anything in it besides butter. Butter and
Do
potato.
you put salt on it?
No chives?
Salt and pepper, yeah.
Okay.
I'm like an Amish person when I eat like food. I eat like stuff really plain, like my burgers, meat, cheese, sauce, lettuce, just like
What sauce? Like
whatever
ketchup?
the house sauce is. Like if they have like a good aioli or something. But
How would you like your potato tonight? I'll have it Amish.
yeah,
Did anything come in from the buggy and carriage?
No,
see him,
that's
you see
next
him
week.
going away. Thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah, we got the shipment in right here. Amish potatoes.
I love that. That's the funny. I eat very Amish. I was just
No,
like,
I'm just plain. Like my salad, I just get fucking lettuce, croutons, and cheese.
well, I don't think the Amish can have croutons. I think they think that's a thing of Satan.
They give you the bread though too, so that also fills me up.
Yeah, the bread's pretty solid too.
Yeah, I like that dark bread.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like dark bread?
I should have eaten the dark bread last night.
They give you dark bread though, right?
Yeah,
like
it's- yeah,
a
it's a-
combination
yeah.
of like the light bread and the dark bread.
Yeah,
no, it's
yeah.
not a combination anymore. It's just dark bread now. Loaf
Dope.
of it.
Yeah, it's just.
Oh yeah, it comes out in that little tray.
Okay, let's just say it
the
looks like a
whipped butter.
giant black cock, and it's delicious. Okay.
It's so
They have bar saddles too. I didn't know.
They have what?
Bar saddles.
What is that?
So it's their bar shaped weird. So it sits up on a thing and it props your food up higher, so you don't have to like lean over the bar. to
Really?
eat. I didn't know what it was, and the girl's like the other day was like, "Hey, do you want a bar saddle?" I was like, "The fuck?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, it's a thing that you can have to eat your food on." I was like, "No one's ever asked me for that here." And then last night she asked people, and they were all like, What is that?
Yeah.
This has to be something new.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've never once
Yeah.
been asked that.
It's kind of like in the old days when you would eat drive-through or like a Sonic. They put that tray on your window.
That's what I'm saying.
Same
yeah.
type of thing without a bar.
Yeah, no, because, like, you could... I always... Like, if something's up, they're like, oh, this is amazing. You can just eat like that. I don't know how I would cut, though.
But yeah, they have.
But I get what you're saying, yeah, not to be all, like, hunched over.
Bar saddle.
I was.
We should do a bar saddle party where everyone gets a bar saddle and we just eat off of them.
We gotta play. We gotta play like Armed Forces Parade or something on this episode because Veterans Day is on Monday.
Oh, yeah, sure. You can play whatever you want. Yeah, so, because, yeah, we'll probably have an episode after Veterans Day, but I want to just say thank you for your service.
Oh, you're welcome. I just like it because I get free shit.
No, that's fine, too, but I still want to... Hey, at least I appreciate what they do as well, but also when Patrick was getting tattoos, I'm like, that's my tax dollars at work. Yeah. So I was excited.
I take it off and then watch like military movies.
Okay, so
year.
what are your go-to military movies then?
Well, like I think American Sniper's probably like, because I always tell people it's hard for me to figure out like what my favorite movie of all time is.
That's
but
a solid
probably
film, though.
like one of my favorite movies.
That's a
of all
solid
time.
film, except for
with Wahlberg.
No, that's
No,
Lone
that's-
Survivor, which is also very good. American Sniper's Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper. That's the
Bradley
one. That's the
Cooper,
one with
yeah.
the fake baby.
They kill the kid.
Well, there's the kid, but the when he's like he comes home and they have the baby, but it's like in his arms, and clearly I was like in the theaters like that's a fucking fake baby, like like come on, like and everyone even pointed out like they didn't even have time. I guess the baby they had was like fussy that day, so like they were just like fuck it, we'll just do. Well, it was Clint Eastwood. He's probably like fuck it, we'll just do it. Just do it like that, fake baby.
That's a fucking fake baby.
You should have said that like really loud in the theater.
Yeah.
It's like a
That's
nice
all.
part.
Yeah, well, that's what it was. Well, yeah, he's just like, hey, I'm trying to be here and everything. That I'm like, that's a fucking fake baby, okay? All right? Am I right here? He's an American hero. I'm like, it's Bradley Cooper.
It would have been funny if they had that fake
It's
baby
American
cry that's
sweetheart.
like,
Yeah, it was like terrible. Other than that, like, if you haven't seen it, sorry if I spoiled the fake baby for you. Other than
You've
that,
seen it, right?
it's really good. American
I don't know
Sniper.
if I have.
oh, dude.
Yeah, it's
it
really
is
good. Really fucked
very
up,
good.
too, because, like, how it ends, you're just like,
Yeah.
damn it, because it's based on, like, true events and stuff like that.
He gets killed.
That's, okay, good, okay. Because I was...
No, he takes care of like veterans with like PTSD. Or
Yeah,
something,
he basically
and then,
comes.
like,
Yeah, he comes back, but he doesn't know how to deal with like the function. So he's like,
he
doing
felt like
that
he always
therapy.
needed to be gone. He was like always gone. So when he would come home, he would like just felt weird.
Yeah.
But he finally, when he got out, he would like take care of like or take him out and do stuff, and like one of them just killed him.
Yeah, he took him out to a shooting range, and the guy just. Fucking
You don't see that. You see the kid come, he goes, and then the wife's like kind of get like he looks sketch as fuck.
Yeah, and the
then
wife
all of a
just
sudden
has,
it
like,
goes
this-
into the end scene, which is it's actual live footage. They did the procession on the freeway, and it has like real sad like patriotic music and crap.
Yeah, it was funny too because then at the end,
Yeah,
that's when it was like directed by like Clint Eastwood. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even realize he was attached to this kind of thing because it was very just like earnest or whatnot. But yeah, I say check it out. I really enjoyed it. But it was ridiculous because it's like the last thing I saw Bradley Cooper in.
He had to gain a lot of weight.
He
too.
was like skinny as fuck, and then when he showed up, I'm like, that's not Bradley because he has like an accent and he's like huge, and I'm just like, and like from certain angles, did not look like him. I
Yeah?
was like, that's fucking nuts. So yeah,
I like that. I like Act of Valor. That's a
I don't
movie.
think I've seen that.
So that one's actual SEALs, and they use like
Okay.
live ammunition and shit. That's a really cool one. It's more of just like a action flick or whatever. And then Lone Survivor's good. Pearl Harbor.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen Pearl Harbor either.
You haven't? That movie came out
That's
in
what.
2000.
Well, that's what I'm asking because like the only like when I was like, what kind of? Because the only one that comes to my mind is probably what comes to everybody's mind is Saving Private
I think
Ryan.
That movie's overrated.
I look. I'll put it this way: I've seen it twice, enjoyed it. Haven't seen it since. I'm sure if I watched it again, I'll be like, oh yeah, it's a good movie. But I'm not like. I'm probably not like. It's not one of those movies that I'm like. I need to go back to like kind of thing. Like I've seen it. It's good. You see it again, you're like, oh shit, these people were in it because like when I saw it, I was like
Vince
little.
Vaughn.
Well, that Midway movie's coming out.
Yeah, I want to see that. That looks pretty good.
Interesting. Did you see Dunkirk?
No,
I
didn't see
heard that one was interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like PG-13. I think that's what was
Won't
part
watch
of it. Part of its setback.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like trying to think of other movies. Stripes. I've seen that. Does that count?
Oh, there's another movie
That's a comedy. So.
There's another movie that's coming out too, that is a war movie. That's supposed to be like cinematically like really pretty.
Oh, you're right. Oh, there was the tank one too.
That was
The one with
Fury,
Brad,
that was
that
called-
was Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
I never saw that one.
I didn't see that one either. I heard that one was pretty.
What was
good
the one
too.
with the kid that didn't want to shoot people, but he was a corpsman or whatever, or an army medic? Mel Gibson directed it.
Jarhead?
No.
No?
Like it came out, I think, like
Oh yeah, I
last
forgot
year,
about Jarhead
or the year
too.
before. Mel Gibson directed it. It won something.
Yeah.
No, Pearl Harbor is really good. It's Michael Bay.
No,
a lot
yeah,
of people
yeah.
don't like it because there's like a love story in there, but
That's what I've heard. Or if you're not a Ben Affleck fan or something like that, a lot of people hate it.
the hour and a half of just straight up like
Just the action and
Yeah,
stuff.
is in the plane scenes are pretty good.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, that one.
No, like I'll say this: as much as Michael Bay's had good films and he also had a lot of bad films, but the one thing he does know is his fucking action sequence. I don't care what you want to say. Like, yeah, his storylines could be shit with some of those Transformers movies, but those action sequences and most of his movies are like fucking hell, dude.
Kate Beckinsale's so hot in that movie too.
Oh, is she in that?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's the main girl. Jennifer Gardner's in it.
Yeah, I think that's how they met.
Really?
Oh, I thought they met on Daredevil.
Maybe, I don't know.
Who cares?
Yeah, there's multiple people in that you read. My favorite character is Alec Baldwin when he plays.
Didn't even know he was.
I
in
think it's
that,
Lieutenant Doolittle when they have to do the Doolittle raids. So when they went to go not do the nukes, but when they went and bombed, they had to take these old. I don't even know what the hell these old big ass military bomber planes, and they're supposed to I forgot how many feet they're supposed to go before they can take off. They had to strip them down of everything and take off on an aircraft carrier, which is pretty much physically impossible. But they do it, and it's a really cool scene because he's the one in charge. And
I remember that.
He flies one, and he's like, what does he say? He's like, "Are you nervous?" And the guy's like, "Yes, sir." And he's like, "I am too. Pray for the both of us." Right before he goes off.
That's
but
awesome.
Because they weren't ready, so they wanted to get closer because this was pretty much a suicide mission.
Yeah.
They wanted to get closer, and then there was intel that the Japs had found out where they were, so they're like, "We have to fucking go now." Yeah, it was
Interesting.
It's a cool
Okay,
scene.
you're actually kind of I've never seen Pearl Harbor. I've just heard mixed reviews about it,
first
but
hour's,
you're
lame.
really kind of selling
It's
me
worth
on it.
It's worth checking out.
It's the first hour is lame, and then once the bombing shit happens, then it starts
It's
getting really good.
Okay.
The first hour is just Kate Beckinsale.
I think you guys should just
Ben
do
Affleck.
sell Steve on a movie.
But then Josh.
So Ben
Josh
Affleck
Hartnett
dies. There was he had to go. What was the British Army or something?
Yeah.
He dies, but he got shot down, but he ended up living. And so then she ends up banging Josh Hartnett, his best friend, and then he comes back and she's with him.
Oh,
And then she's pregnant with his baby, at the end of the movie.
wow. Okay.
with Ben Affleck's baby.
No, Josh Hartnett.
Hartnett,
But
yeah.
I don't want to tell you anything else. if
No,
gonna
you're
watch it
fine. But what
because-
you just told me, I'm like, thank you, Walking Dead. You stole this from Pearl Harbor.
Oh, did somebody die too?
Yeah, no, there was in Walking Dead, it was the guy got into a car accident and then he wakes up and it's the zombie apocalypse. He's like, okay, so he finds his friend and then he finds out that his friend hooked up with his wife, but then he found out that they were having an affair for a while, so he didn't even know if Carl was his son at this point. So there was that whole thing. But then he found out it wasn't Carl. It was the new baby.
Yeah.
And then they found out that the baby was Rick's or whatnot. But it's but right when he told me that, I was like, so that's where that came from. Because I'm when I saw it on Walking Dead, I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. Okay. You think about it, you might have seen that in other stuff, but then I'm like, oh, that's where it came from. You're probably like, oh, the fucking ripped up Pearl Harbor.
It's got a bomb soundtrack too.
Does it?
Yeah, it's got a really good soundtrack, and there's there's the one song. There's only 8 songs in the whole album, but one of them's called "Attack," and it's the whole
nice.
Japs preparing, bombing, and then there's sad music in it. It's super sad, but in the movie. So I didn't really. It came out in 2000, so I was 10, but I didn't really understand a lot of it. But when I watched it as an adult, when the boats are flipped and they're going under, and there's people sticking their hands out of the holes, and they're trying to get them out, and they can't.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so sad.
Oh yeah, no.
It's fuck.
I mean, I still laugh at Titanic, but I mean,
Me and Jonathan used to laugh at the part when it was sinking. The lady hits the propeller, she drops it. We would laugh all the time.
I know. Isn't that weird though? If you think about movies that you watch, you used to laugh at stuff, but now if I see it, it's more oh shit,
Yeah, dude.
fuck.
There's a scene in Titanic when remember how the first set of boats, the luxurious people, they get off first. They're in there. It's dead silent, but they're staring at this ship fucking sinking, and everybody's screaming. And that scene is just
it's
holy
horrific.
shit. There's people. They're just all screaming, and they're just sailing away in their little boat.
Come sail
we're rich,
away.
so we got off before all of you.
That movie is still
movie.
pretty incredible that movie got made.
Yeah, it's 97 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, 97, 98, I think it came out.
Soundtrack's good. The way the graphics, nothing looks like.
No, it still looks good.
Yeah, the only part that you can tell is CGI is when it's actually sinking, when the boat's going down. You can tell that's a fake ass boat.
But you're also but up until that point, that's what's so scary about that. If you think about it, it's because you have James Cameron did Titanic, and he's known for special. I mean, go back and watch Terminator 2: Judgment Day. That shit
such a good
still
movie.
kind of fucking holds up.
Yeah,
and
I
you're
think all
what?
the 80s and
That was
90s
on the
action
other day.
movies
I
are
was watching
badass.
Since the new Terminator came out, they've been playing the Terminators. Like
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm feeling kind of bad because I did want to check out the new one.
People said it's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, did they? Okay,
Yeah.
because it's. I just guess
They
it
said
didn't
it's
make
like
it
the best one since
Okay, because a
number
lot
two.
of people were just didn't see it, and it was word that wasn't going to see the franchise and stuff like that. But I'm down because I just accept those movies for what they are. You know, it's just action packed fun, and sometimes if they give you like a good story, like Terminator 2: Judgment Day is like one of those things. Like, holy fuck!
Yeah, I remember seeing it as a kid.
That's
I'm
the
like,
one with the guy that's the
T-1000.
the police officer. Yeah,
he's made out of liquid metal.
yeah.
I always thought he was so cool.
Oh, he's so fucking
I was
bad.
like,
I love
oh
that.
my
I love
God.
that actor
Same face. It's just like
Well, I love the part where he's on the phone with like John Connor, and then all of a sudden you just see
as-
like
he's like acting like he's the mom.
and then it's just like, and the dad's just dead, and you're just like, holy! I remember seeing that so young, and I'm just like, I want to see more of this. And then when she's like holding onto the fence, and it's just the nuke bomb, and it's just like the skeleton, the skin, just fuck! I gotta go watch this movie.
Yeah,
I
see you
like
guys.
watching the James Bond movies. I never watched them as a kid, and then I saw. The first one I saw was Skyfall.
Okay.
Which is awesome. So then I watched all. I haven't seen Spectre, but I watched all the other Daniel Craig ones, and then I like watching the ones with Pierce Brosnan just because of all the weird ass gadgets and shit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like his car.
Hey, no joke. The first James Bond movie I sat through, like finally, was Spectre. I think it was the last one that came out, and I was like, I had no
Craig
idea.
ones are good.
I had no idea what was going on. I knew the character, obviously, of James Bond, but I was just like, I really dug it. So I was like, okay, I think I got to go back and kind of watch these, these films. I think being at the age that I am now, I can appreciate them more because, like, remember back in the day trying to watch some of them, and I would be all like, really, the fucking car's turned into a boat? Like, come on. Like,
when you're a kid too, like all the, like what do you call it, like drama and storylines, you don't really.
Yeah, you don't care. Like
You
you,
don't even
like
know.
as soon as he starts fighting and using like
Yeah.
gadgets, like when he falls in the pool and you're just like, oh shit, there's sharks. Like that's when you're into it. Then he gets out and you're just like, oh, okay, there's another woman. Like my dick isn't working right now. I'm 3. I don't
Everybody
care.
likes Casino Royale the best. It's good, but I like Skyfall out of the ones I've seen.
I think
It's the
Eric
best.
really enjoyed Skyfall. I'm not sure what he. Yeah, God, I wish he was really still doing those podcasts. He's a huge James Bond
Yeah,
fan. He was doing His Majesty's Secret podcast with Ziggy.
What's it called?
Her Majesty's Secret podcast.
That's pretty clever.
Yeah. Oh, they're huge, like James Bond people, and like I had no idea, so I was always like, and I mean, to me, like the only James Bond that stands out in my mind is obviously GoldenEye for the N64. So it's like, okay,
I remember.
Every time you get fucking burnt.
I remember going to the theaters and seeing the GoldenEye and Tomorrow Never Dies.
nice.
The Pierce Brosnan ones.
Yeah.
Halle Berry. Mm-hmm. Halle Berry. Remember when I was little, Flintstones?
Yeah.
She was secretary.
Oh, fuck,
My mom
dude,
said I was
yeah.
obsessed. Secretary. Yeah. Fucking Flintstones.
That's on Netflix. I feel like I want to watch
It's
that
a
again.
good movie. I watched it like
it's a solid film actually. And
I
think
watched it
about
like 2
it.
years ago, and it's still held up.
You got.
But you'd recognize
Yeah,
it.
and just like holy shit, but
Oh,
even like,
yeah.
and do you know who produced that shit? Steven Spielberg.
Nice.
No idea. I was like, what? Like when I was going through shit, and then you see like everybody who's in it, and you're like, oh fuck, that person's in it. That
And it's just
person's
straight up. Everything's like exactly how you remember the cartoon, like the whole town.
See, that's what I loved about. Okay, and then so that's what, and then I even love like the Scooby Doo movie when they did the live
I like
action.
the
I was like,
both of them are good.
Both of them are
Yeah.
good. Like I was like, at certain points they hit certain cartoons at a great time that they were able to do stuff with it. You know.
Linda Cardellini's so hot. Velma. I just watched Grandma's Boy the other day, and she's in
God
that.
damn it! Oh yeah, when I
yeah.
saw her in that, I was like, oh, that's Velma.
I was
like,
texting Matthew. I was like, dude, I hadn't seen Grandma's Boy in probably fucking like
so
10
good.
years.
Elizabeth Perkins was her name. That played Wilma.
Yeah, hot
Yeah,
ass
she's from
redhead.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah. She's been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
She's crazy, Foxy.
No, I was watching Grandma's Boy, and it was like the party scene because Jonah Hill's there and sucking that chick's tit or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But when the JP gets he's like, somebody left me a voicemail, and he like listens to it, and it's like, hey JP, you weird fuck. Like that's the first thing they say. Like, we're at this fucking party, and then Nick Swartzen gets on. My name's JP. I am a robot. I like robots. I like robot vagina or something.
I
That
love it.
movie's so good.
That's so good. I gotta watch the video.
Hey,
That's so good.
Hey JP, you weird fuck. Like,
You
you
know,
fucking freak.
No,
Yeah, that chick's like, does baby want some milk?
No. I give the checks to him, and he gives them to you. What happened to the checks? I blew them all on hookers. Why would you blow them on hookers? You're a hooker. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, the dude with the fucking weird ass monkey.
Oh no, him. He's great too.
Yeah.
Monkey.
Dude, that black guy that speaks like that, he just laughs. He's just like, ha 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 ha.
Dr. Papachenko
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah, he just laughs at everything.
But then there's that one scene and they're all joking and he's like, he's laughing and he's like, Doctor, that's really insensitive. And it looks back over and the doctor's just like his face like
Tells it all. I forgot about that where he's like, oh, we really need to get to this place. Can I drive? And the monkey's like,
Dude, they're driving.
and then they're driving. He's like, don't judge me, monkey.
No, yeah, he needs to go. They tell him that his grandma's been like abducted by aliens, or whatever. He's like, oh, I can't drive. He's like, I can't. They look at monkey, and then he has like that old Bronco thing, and it's just like the monkey, like, and they're just laughing.
It's so stupid.
So stupid. It's so great.
I tried to show somebody at work like one of the scenes, and they did not laugh at all.
No?
It was just like,
As I realized, there's certain just cup of teas of just like comedy. Like we were talking before earlier with the Rick and Morty and whatnot, but it's just like there's some films that you're like, oh, this person's gonna like it, but then you show it to somebody else and like, I didn't like any of that.
there's a fucking, do you want ice cream sandwiches? And she's like, because they have that party and they like the weed.
Yeah.
She's like, do you like ice cream sandwiches? They're on whole grain with lettuce. And it's just a fucking whole. It's like a bread, like a sandwich platter. Yeah,
with ice cream.
And then one of her friends is all like, what do you call it, the Frankenstein? And she's just like, fuck you, Frankenstein.
She smoke it and turn you into Frankenstein.
So good.
it's
I
like
love
ice
that
cream
shit.
sandwiches.
I forgot. Or when he's like trying to cook all the food, like burns his hands.
Yeah.
Like just so stupid shit.
I haven't seen. I didn't get to watch the whole thing.
I can't stop coming.
Oh yeah, when she walks in on him, I can't stop coming. Yeah, so hopefully for Christmas, my roommates get me rims. Your parents get you rims for your car bed.
Yeah,
so
it's a sweet ass car bed.
It's a sweet ass car bed.
No, that's like the very beginning, right?
Yeah, very beginning.
I watched Grown Ups too. I like that movie.
I've never seen the Grown Ups movie actually.
The second one's kind of lame, even though like Nick Swartzen's in that one. But the first one I like because they all do their own comedy, like the way they.
Well, it's all like everybody from like that old like Saturday Night Live crew. Like,
Yeah,
it's like Boom. It's like Chris Rock. It's I think the only added new one is like Kevin James,
Yeah.
but like him
Rob
and Adam.
Schneider's in it,
Rob
David
Schneider's
Spade.
and David Spade.
The best part of that whole fucking movie is when they're at the funeral in the very beginning and Rob Schneider's singing like Ave Maria, and he hasn't got like a fucking toupee and it flops up all the time, but he's singing. They're like $5, he gets down on one knee and then he does, and then at the end of it, David Spade just goes like in a funeral, like.
Oh fuck,
Dude, yeah, that's a funny ass movie.
those are fun stuff.
They all drop like little one-liners at each other too.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay, yeah. No, I like Adam
It's got a lot of
Sandler.
people. It's got Selma Hayek or every
Yeah,
single.
that's right, I
It's got
heard.
Maya Rudolph.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in the second one, doesn't like Zac Efron join the like he's like the rival like camp or something like that. I just remember previews. That's all.
You know what? He might be or something.
Maybe.
I only saw it once, and I brought Jaeger into the theater and fell asleep in the first like 20 minutes.
God.
How'd you like Grown Ups too? Jaeger.
That's when I lived in Maricopa. We would sneak alcohol into the movie theater and just like take shots the whole time. They never checked.
That's funny.
But
I'm so glad I did put movies in the description.
Oh, it's Taylor Lautner.
Oh, it's Taylor Lautner.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm thinking Zac Efron because they
Neighbors.
He's
just
in Neighbors too.
see. I've never seen that.
Neighbors.
Those movies.
Yeah,
are
I
both
heard
of them
those
are
were pretty
funny.
funny. I just remember Zac Efron though because they just showed the cast of the new Scooby Doo movie for CG. It's going to be CGI or whatnot, but it's all like I guess he's going to be the voice of Fred Jones, and it's funny because well that's the thing. So I'm reading all the things, but it's like Frank Welker, the voice of Scooby Doo, and I'm like, okay, he's always this voice of Scooby Doo, and I'm sitting there going like, why couldn't he have been Freddy? Because now this is the first time ever that someone else is voicing Freddy because he's always voiced Freddy.
Yeah.
in
Same
every
guy did
incarnation.
Scooby Doo and Freddy.
Well, he took over Scooby Doo like maybe 10 years ago because the original actor passed away.
Oh,
so if you
okay.
actually listen to Scooby Doo's
Wait, there's
voice,
still Scooby Doo episodes?
oh yeah, they have a new show going on called Guess Who Scooby Doo. It's like the old Scooby Doo movies but with new celebrities. They had, Ricky Gervais was on one of them. They had Weird Al on one of them.
Wait, as the killer
No, just like as a celebrity guest.
on the show?
Yeah, on the show.
But it's like a cartoon still.
Yeah, it's still the
Okay.
cartoon and everything. That yeah, it's just like like oh hey, I have this attraction and like oh it's being haunted and the Scooby Doo gang like figure they used to do this all the time in like the old like Scooby Doo movies, which I always died laughing because they would have like Don Knotts and you're like okay, but Don Knotts would be running like a old broken down like stadium and you're like what happened to your money, Don Knotts? It's like hookers and blow, Scoob, hookers and blow. But it's like So, like, hopefully they have a better structure for the show where it's just like, Ricky Gervais, you own a museum. Of course I do. Like, what? Like, so they're doing that kind of stuff, I guess, with it. But it's like,
Scooby-Doo.
so, I fucking love Scooby-Doo. So, like, I saw all the screenshots for the CGI movie, and it looks great. And they're doing, like, a huge, like, universe where here, like, Blue Falcon's going to be in it. Like, if you want to see a great season of Scooby-Doo, there's only 2 of them. Mysteries Inc. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Fucking phenomenal. Because they got to certain episodes where, like, Blue Falcon showed up, and I'm like,
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's like old Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Oh, okay.
Started showing up because it's all owned, and I was like, oh, wait, they're doing, like, a Marvel universe. And they were, like, building upon stuff. Like, they even had, like, Dr. Quest in one of them from, like, Johnny Quest. And I'm like, this show... And then they canceled it. After 2 seasons, I'm like, what the fuck? I think it was the time slot because like I had to record it because I was like at work, come home, and it's like 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm like, who puts a show on at that time? That's weird. Fuck kids. I wanted it for me.
What's the skeleton from He-Man?
Skeletor? Yeah!
No, I like... and what I'm thinking about these cartoons, there's like a funny meme where it's like the girl's like... She's like, did you wear a condom? And it's just him like going, ha, 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 like walking out. Like... So stupid.
I want to give you the bone, but I'm not wearing protection, He-Man.
I like when he like walks through the mirror and then he like sticks his arm out and then smashes the mirror.
And you're like, that's fucking gangster.
Like,
wait, what happened? Oh, he escapes.
Yeah, there's like there's a mirror in one of the episodes. I don't even know what the episode is, but someone found like and made it a GIF where it's just like it's like how to be a complete like badass, and it's him walks through the mirror like goes to another dimension, but then his arm comes back out of the mirror and just smashes it like so no one can follow him, and then like the tag's like baller.
Yeah,
like, that's amazing. No, because there's a girl at my work that she always does like meh, but she doesn't do it like intentionally. So then I just start calling her Skeletor. Oh, nice. So every time I see her, I'm just like meh, He-Man.
She does that on her own.
No, but it's not in that voice. Like hers is just like meh, like a normal like female voice. But then I'm like, oh, you doing your Skeletor impersonation? She's like, what? And I'm like meh, He-Man. So then I was like, oh, that's right, I do a Skeletor kind of impersonation kind of thing. So now I would do that every time. So Anna just loves that shit when I do it. So I'm like, fuck you, He-Man! Because you never get to hear like Skeletor cuss.
Yeah.
So it's all like, Beast Man, what kind of a name is that? You suck! Like just start like ripping out like all of his like.
I never watched any of those.
So it's coming back.
There was a girl that we knew that we called Skeletor.
Oh really? Was she like?
No, her face is just messed up.
Oh, that's even worse.
Huh? A DB or something?
Yeah.
We had Raptor Girl.
You can tell me.
She had 3 fingers and 3 toes, and she used to wear flip flops. It was gross. Yeah, we call her Raptor Girl.
You know what? I don't feel bad about the character we called Lurch. So okay.
Lurch.
Yeah, we had a Lurch.
Lurch.
Nah. What's Lurch?
I will tell you.
Lurch from Adam's Family.
Well, Adam's Family. It was a female.
No, who's Lurch?
Lurch is the
butler.
The
yeah,
butler
that's all. Yeah, you.
Do you remember that video we had? It was the Adams Family one, but it was like Cousin Shy or something. It was they had that. They had to walk up for Halloween. They always put like a pumpkin in a safe, and on Halloween, like he would come and carve it if like your family was like spooky or something.
Was it like a short story movie or something?
It was like a normal like hour and 20-minute movie. We had it on video. Yeah, it was, and they had that crazy house, the gargoyles, and like flames would come out like of the top.
So the only one I can think of, because I know there was the original Addams Family movie,
yeah, and then Addams Values,
but then they did one for made-for-TV movie, and actually Tim Curry played Gomez, I believe, or was it Nathan Lane? I'm trying to remember. And then I think they tried to do a series for a little bit of like revamping them, and then that kind of like died. And then, of course, now the new movie that's out, which I do want to see. The animated one looks really fun. But yeah, that's the only incarnations I know besides the original
Halloween
television.
with the new Addams Family? Yeah.
Okay, so it could be another like made-for-TV like movie kind of thing. That's probably was like an hour and change.
Huh. Yeah, that. But they.
Oh yeah.
But then when they went upstairs on Halloween night at like midnight, they were. Like, I just remember they opened up like at the door or whatever, and they had a pumpkin and it like carves.
You're right. Oh. This was the original cast.
Oh, okay, so it's the original.
Yeah, it's like way. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
Yep.
Because that's another good movie too. Addams Family, like because what's his name? Christopher Lloyd is fucking Uncle Fester.
Yeah.
Oh,
so good.
Oh, this is the 2019 one that I haven't seen.
The
Christina Ricci.
Yeah. Christina Ricci.
Yeah, she was good in that too. Yeah, it was Wednesday.
She was like cute. She was like a real cute like teenage girl. Got like hot and then got real weird. Like when she was kind of
kooky.
Like when she hit like 30, she like turned into a fucking weirdo. Yeah, I like Italia Ricci.
Heather's like she was kind of kooky. I'm like, really?
I like Italia Ricci.
It's creepy.
Not related.
I don't know the rest.
I didn't even think about that.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought you were playing off. I was like, yeah, clever boy.
I didn't. That's fun that I did that. I didn't realize it.
I did like with the animated one where her pigtails are like nooses.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's like when I saw that, I was like, oh, these people are like paid attention. But actually, Addams Family is interesting because it actually started as a comic strip in the newspaper and stuff like that. Yeah, it like came out in like maybe the 1920s. Black and white, just like crazy, like little things, and then it wasn't until like the show, like where it got like super popular, kind of thing. That's interesting that they took a. Well, I was just surprised because Over the Hedge, that movie is actually based on a comic strip in the newspaper as well.
Did you see the leaked stuff for Halloween Kills? They just wrapped up.
Yeah, they wrapped up. I've been seeing a bunch of stuff. I'm super stoked. Oh, did you hear about like Jamie Lee Curtis has never once had a spoken word conversation with the actor who's played Jason or Michael Myers?
Oh, really? The Castle or the.
So whoever was the original one, because they brought him back for the
yeah.
So she's never actually had a conversation with him.
Why?
Oh, just because I think it's like gives that weird dynamic of the like she's like so I guess it's like because she's like I don't know him on a personal level.
Yeah.
So it gives like an even like weirder kind of. I have a feeling once they're like done with it, they'll probably like go out to lunch together or something like that. But I was like when I heard that I was all like, and I didn't think it was like oh I'm an actress I'm better than you. I think it was just more like hey we should totally like they most likely pass each other in the hall and kind of like.
They had to. Danielle Harris, when she was in it, the one that was in 4 and 5, the young girl, when he was on set, he had to walk around like with his mask off so she wouldn't get scared. Like during filming, obviously, but off, he had to walk around with his mask.
Yeah, I'm
she was like 7.
Yeah, right. But I'm like stoked for that.
See the picture of him standing on the porch of the house on fire?
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that's like I think right in the very beginning because it literally takes this happens.
Yeah, this happens right after the one that just
the
went.
Girl
Yeah,
because
like
they have
that one and then they still have the next one that they're going to be doing.
I'm just pissed that they're going to have to like edit it for another year. It doesn't come out for literally a year.
But
make it good.
But the one thing I do like about it is that apparently they have another ending. For the one that just dropped in 2018. I guess.
There were 2 of them. There was one where she like fights him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then they like get into the back of the truck or whatever. But yeah, she like fights him, and then I think somebody shoots him from the the girl shoots him from the porch.
Okay,
I like the basement one. I thought that was really cool.
That was genius. I love that. She's just like, cool. Gotcha.
I think that whole last like 20 minutes was like super suspenseful when they're in the house.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, like I said,
because he's like walking. And then she gives away her because she wants to kill him.
Yeah, she wants.
But
no
one knows that she has the basement rig. But she shoots through the floor. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
but I fucking love that because like I honestly saw that movie and literally like left the theater going like to me this was like the best movie I saw that year.
Yeah,
because I was like the cinematography in that like right when he like comes out. Like, as soon as he's got his mask back and his thing, you just see, like, the back of him and, like, the trick-or-treaters are going, and then you just softly hear that, like, like building, and it's just, like, you see him go into the house, and you just watch, like, him walk, grab, come out, and, like, and it comes out with, like, a hammer, and then you just start following him, and you're kind of like, I've never seen this before. Usually it's always, like, from his point of view, or, like, a distant thing, like, like that will always happen, but like all the cues were great, like how he got up, like they even did that in the basement where he gets up. It's like, and I was like, fuck, like I could jerk off of that movie all day. It was so well done.
Credits in the very beginning because it comes out of nowhere. It's like loud, and then it's the pumpkin it's inflating.
Yeah,
so it was like deflated, but it's like loud. It's just like it has like the mask, it's like screaming. It's just like.
Which is funny because we had this conversation on the way to your place last week where we were like, I love that movie, but the only problem we both had with it with the fucking doctor where he just turns out of nowhere and just stabs the cop, and I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? Like up until that point, I'm like, they had me. That's the only problem I have with it.
I think the way Michael got out of the truck too, because if you remember in the very beginning, he's like, they're like, all right, we're leaving. He's like, I need to be on the truck with him. He's in my care until he gets to the new facility. I think he fucking. Is the one that crashed.
Oh yeah, I know he's the one that totally let him like out and loose
because he's alive.
He wants to be like, ooh, I want to see him in the wild. And then when he did the weird, like as soon as he just stabbed the cop, I was like, because even like I looked over at Anna, I was like, what the.
Yeah.
And she was even like, what? Like, we were both like, eh. And then
Say
other people
something.
behind us was like, what?
Crunch.
Oh, God.
Steps on head. Say something.
It's a solid film, though. I like it. I really hope, like with the horror genre, like, picking up, you know, let's get Ernest again. Because I know What's-His-Face wants to do another Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Wes Craven
sucked.
Well,
he died.
Well, Wes Craven's dead, but Robert Englund. He's he's like, I'll come back. I'll do it one more time.
I was listening to last podcast on the left today.
Oh, shit.
Who had
Is that a scary movie one?
yeah, Elijah Wood and Dan something. They have a company called Spectre Vision, and they produce horror films. They also have a new podcast called The Visionaries.
Fuck, I gotta start listening to some podcasts.
That talk about horror stuff. You know, they interview the directors and excuse me, actors and different stuff that they are passionate about in the horror genre. Anyways, I guess they had made a comment about what if they could produce or direct any dream projects, what would one be? And they said Nightmare on Elm Street. And then some people just started running with it, saying that, oh, there's in talks of them to produce it or whatnot.
Yeah, I was hearing that.
Which isn't the case.
They just were like, we'd like to do it.
They would love to do it. And they're like, I mean, we've talked about if we were to get the rights to do that, the story we would want to portray, which they're surprised that nobody has done this story yet.
Okay.
Which got me kind of thinking, like, what would their spin on it be? Would it be more like how Fred Krueger became, you know,
how he became? Well, he was basically he was a child molester and murderer.
Well, he was a murderer.
Didn't they show that in like the newest one that they did?
He was a murderer. He was always a murderer, and then when they did like the remake, that's when they threw in the molester part.
Oh, that's when they threw. No, he was always. I thought he was always a child molester.
He was always a murderer, child murderer.
Interesting.
In the first iteration of the series, he was always just a child murderer.
Because I know his dad beat him. Like, he was which I fucking, that's a great, like, series to actually watch. It's like, it gets really corny in certain parts, but, like, when they actually give the backstory and it shows, like, Robert Englund, like, being, like, Freddy's father and shit like that, like, how much of a drunk he was. And then it's, like, the story about, like, his mom was actually a nun that got raped by, like, all these fucking psychopaths in, like, an insane asylum.
Yeah.
And then it was, like, you see one of the inmates is actually Robert Englund, like he's all like one of the ones he's like the bus driver, like fuck, like they did such a good like play on that where he was just like he played like a little character. In fact, I think he was even like a doctor in like one of the I don't know if it was one of the Halloween movies or
it's just always throwing his face.
Yeah, like you could like you see it like the normal
like,
face, and you're like, oh shit, that's him, you know, kind of thing.
Maybe
That's. I'm trying to remember because I thought he played like a doctor at one point because I thought they were going to cast him as like the new doctor in this one to kind of give an homage to Lupin or whatnot.
Yeah.
Did you see who they got for Dr. Loomis?
No.
One? It's dude looks exactly like
Seriously?
him.
Yeah,
like,
they did a really good job.
He probably isn't even an actor either.
He probably just saw I was like, hey, that's him. That's perfect.
Here, yeah, sorry, keep going.
No, you're good. I'm just like I haven't talked any. I feel so bad. And didn't do any horror podcasts for the month of October. That's why I was like, you're talking about this. It's like, fuck yeah. If I had the pull where I could get celebrities on, I'd totally love to like pick people's brains and stuff. But I've done that plenty of time. Like I'm really curious about Jordan Peele's take on Candyman. Kind of stuff.
Doing that?
Yeah. He's. I know he's got a couple of other projects going on. Well, of course he's got. I still have to watch The Twilight Zone. I haven't even checked that out.
Yeah, I haven't checked it out.
But yeah, I mean, there's so many just different horror projects that just keep up. I mean, Nicolas Cage actually is going to be in. The trailer just dropped. It's actually based off of H.P. Lovecraft, and everyone's like, they need to do more. They need to do H.P. Lovecraft like books and stuff like that. So. I'm super excited for that because he's even like he's gone down that road now. He's like been in horror movies and stuff. And I know if you've seen Cooties, Elijah Woods, I think he wrote it. I know he's in it and stuff like that. That's really freaking hilarious. Dwight from The Office is in it as well. A bunch of people are in that. It's pretty funny. I think we reviewed that for the horror podcast. But yeah, just I haven't talked to any horror, so I feel bad if I'm just ranting right now. Please stop me for anything. Holy shit!
Yeah, they did a really good job.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it looks a lot like him.
Nice. All right. So that's why it scares me. Okay, so Blumhouse is doing the Halloweens. They're great. Then I saw that we were talking about this as well. The trailer for
so
Black Christmas, and I'm like, this looks terrible.
Pisses me off because that's one of my favorite scary movies. And the remake they did was like dumb, but it was entertaining because it was like real gory and shit.
Yeah.
But it was still, there's sorority sisters in a house.
It followed the
same
premise.
story. It was just gory. Now they're doing this weird frat cult shit with some guy wearing like a black cloak,
And it was nuts.
He texts them it's dumb.
It's weird though because when the trailer starts out, I'm like, oh shit, okay, and then it cuts to, I'm like, you kind of spoiled everything like in this trailer. Like it's weird.
What I like what movies do. So, for instance, the remake of Black Christmas, not this newest one, but the other one.
Yeah, I think that
what
was
they
in the
showed in the preview were kills that were in the alternate version that didn't happen in the theatrical version.
Oh, really? See, that's smart.
There's like one where you remember the girl. Like, what's her name? She was from Harriet the Spy. Michelle
shit.
Trachtenberg.
Okay, yeah.
She was in this other one, and in the previews and stuff, the way they show her dying is she gets the girl rips her eyes out.
Yeah.
In the theatrical one, she tries to get out a window, and the girl throws ice skates at the back of her head and scalps her.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Because my mom was all like when the first I guess the first remake, because this would be the second incarnation coming out this winter. My mom saw the original, so when she saw the previews, and I was like, "Wait, you saw a horror?" Like I was blown away by that. My mom's like, "Oh yeah, we went and saw it." She was like, "It was fucking frightening. Like the original one is fucking terrifying." She
watched
said,
it on,
and it's fucking good, you know.
Christmas Eve is when I watch it.
Yeah, we'll have to definitely do like a winter podcast because I think the only winter ones we've reviewed for the horror was Jack Frost and Jack Frost 2.
I liked Jack Frost the original
God
because
awful.
it had Shannon Elizabeth in it.
And she gets fucking raped with a carrot. You're just like, what the fuck?
And he like hugs her in the bathtub and shit. It's like super weird.
Oh, it's so fucking god awful, but it's terribly good. I think they did that on How Did This Get Made?
Dude, the original Black Christmas, it's just like, it's so funny too because when he calls the girls, it's like two different voices in one. He's like, I'm gonna lick your pink little pussy, like shit like that. It's like, what?
But it's like kind of like you said. Like I think they probably did it at one and then did it at the octave and they just combined it, so it gives it like that weird. That's probably where Scream got that.
Margot
like,
Kidder in it.
thing. That's another good one. This really became like
I don't think I've ever seen
a good Halloween.
Margot Kidder. She was the actress in the original Amityville Horror.
Oh, okay.
And then she was also Lois Lane in the old Superman's. And then it's got the main girl, though.
Black Christmas?
Yeah, Black Christmas. I think it's like, what, 1970? 74.
And then it's got
74.
the main actress. What's the main actress's name? It's she kind of looks like she looks like an Asian white girl.
And then I think the remake came out in like the 90s, I think.
No, the remake was 2006, 2007.
Oh, it was 2006? Yeah.
Wow. The main girl, Olivia Hussey. So both these girls were like super cute back then.
Hussey.
But like there's a scene when Margot Kidder dies because she's so drunk.
Yeah.
The carolers come and they're singing real loud, and Olivia Hussey is like out front listening to them, and the dude's he grabs the signature like thing when you think about Black Christmas. It's a glass unicorn.
Oh,
and
okay.
There's a big horn.
Yeah.
He stabs the shit out of her with it, and the kids are like singing, and no one can hear.
Yeah, I have to.
So it's filmed. The way the killer, you never know who the killer is. So apparently this insane dude gets out, but they also make it seem like Olivia Hussey's boyfriend might be killing them. But
yeah, they do a really good job because I think all
his eyes.
Yeah, because every time he's killing, it's like the first person. It was like one of the first films that did that, like almost like a first person.
That's
like,
how
kill
Halloween
thing.
was like based off of John Carpenter, based it off.
So so it was really
that girl's in it.
That's the remake that they did in 2006. Yeah. So in the previews,
that's the chick from
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in this one. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who's in a lot of scary movies, is in it. She was in like Final Destination 3.
God damn, I gotta watch
She was in
again.
It.
Look at that rack.
Fuck. The Thing. Mary Elizabeth Winstead was the main girl in The Thing, the remake of The
Thing. I haven't seen the remake of The Thing. I love the first one, but I
never saw the first one. I watched the first one after.
So this is the thing. The first one's great because I heard the remake wasn't really a remake. It was actually the shit that happened before it's the Russian base.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's everything that happens before the American base.
Yeah, they find this giant hunk of ice, and then all of a sudden it scared the shit out of me because I'd never seen the actual thing.
Yeah.
They're just staring at this hunk of ice, and then all of a sudden it just busts out and goes through the roof.
So I haven't seen that one, but when I thought it was a remake, and everyone's like, no, it's actually the prequel before the one, because in the beginning they see like people running, they see this dog running, and they kind of bring the dog in, and then all of a sudden they realize like when they go to the Russian base, it's already destroyed, and they're like, what the fuck happened here? Definitely check out the original. That's John Carpenter as well. What's his face is in it?
Yo, this girl's in it.
That's Mary Elizabeth Winstead. That's what I'm telling you. She's in the remake of The Thing. She's in Cloverfield.
Yeah, that's
There's a lot of people in it. Katie Cassidy's in it.
That's Doctor Who? Is that Clara? Or who is that?
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
That's the girl from Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Oh, who played
Winona Flowers.
Winona Flowers.
Winona Flowers.
Oh fuck yeah, I gotta go. Okay, so I do want to check that out. That
Tara Reid's in it.
Yeah, there was a lot of people in this.
Tara Reid is not in it.
No?
It's Katie Cassidy.
Well, Tara Reid's in this thing.
Oh. Yes. So, but the girl from Mean Girls, the way it shows.
Is there any nudity in it?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's rated R.
The way it shows.
That doesn't mean shit.
You know what's funny too?
Kurt Russell. There we go.
One of the girls you see nude in that movie is also. Remember Final Destination 3, the tanning bed?
Yeah.
So Mary Elizabeth Winstead's the main girl in Final Destination 3. So she's in Black Christmas, and so is the girl that dies in the tanning bed. She's the drunk. She's like Margot Kidder. But no, the girl from Mean Girls. The way
You
it
own
shows,
this?
Yeah.
On Blu-ray?
Probably not, no. I have it.
I'll get a copy.
No, the way it shows
Sure,
her dying
definitely.
is she's under the house, and there's like Christmas light wrap, like sucking her in. That's how you think she's going to die. It's not even close.
Oh wow. Actually, you know what? I should probably check Shudder. Shudder probably will have that shit on it. I have not touched Shudder.
I have it on video, but another good one.
I will totally watch it on
is
DVD.
I like 30 Days of Night. That's a good movie.
That's a fucking good movie.
Yeah.
Which one?
30 Days of
30
Night.
Days of Night.
Yeah, that was a good
fucking
one.
solid movie.
That's a real good one.
I've only seen that once.
Yeah, it's good.
Me too.
Really? We don't have that. I've just seen it. It's on Netflix.
Josh Hartnett's in that one too,
Josh
right?
Hartnett's in that one.
And Melissa George, who's the mom in the remake of Amityville Horror with Ryan Reynolds.
I've seen that with. Okay, so my favorite
I like
line.
that movie.
Look, I've never seen the original. I have to actually go back and watch it. So my favorite line in that movie, and I just want like every movie with Ryan Reynolds in it just to say this. He's walking through the house with the axe, and he's walking up the stairs and just goes, "These kids are out of control."
Yeah.
And just how he delivers it, I was just like, and you're just like, that's totally Ryan
He's
Reynolds.
so jacked in
like,
that fucking
he's
movie.
so fucking. It's so great.
He's so jacked in that movie. They did a real good job at like making it like the original, but the thing is they added in a lot more of like why the house is haunted.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the underground.
yeah,
area.
the underground area and stuff like that, which I thought was really cool. But I know I haven't seen the first one, and
good.
then or the original, I should say. I've seen that one, the remake. But yeah, there's so much ones that like I've caught either the remake or the original, and just never got around to like I still haven't seen the remake of either. And I know people say they're terrible, but I haven't gotten to the remake of what was it, Friday the 13th?
Yeah, it sucks.
Or and even the Nightmare
on Elm Street. I stopped it like halfway through.
Like people did not like that one. I'm like, okay, and I get that.
There's
there's
a nudity scene though in the new Friday the 13th. Oh my god,
Good.
Her boobs are huge.
But the funny part is Freddy versus Jason. I know what it is, but I absolutely it's a fun
like
fucking
it.
movie.
I
It's
like
a
it.
great movie, and that's why people are like, I want
I
to
like
see more
Jason
X.
X.
Okay, again, Jason X is like you have to take it for what it is.
I like when they keep blowing him to like pieces, like blow off all of his limbs, and then he keeps going like. And he keeps like sitting up.
Yeah.
Take off all of his arms and legs and shit. He's just like a torso.
He's just a torso. Oh my god!
And I think that movie has like the best kill in any scary movie where he freezes her face.
Yeah, and then he smashes it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you have to take these movies for like what they are. And
I think that is like probably
Which one was that?
Jason X.
Oh,
I think that is probably like
Is
my
that when he's in
favorite.
space?
Yeah. Well, that was we were just talking about because I'm like I haven't seen the remake of Friday the 13th or like the Nightmare on Elm Street, like the new ones. But I was like, I go back and I look at Jason versus Freddy. I'm like, I know what the movie is, but I enjoy it. It's fucking fun.
Yeah.
Like it's a great. Fucking
I remember
movie.
I went to the theaters for that one.
Yeah, I did. I
When
saw.
they're like
Yeah,
where they're in like Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
And like Freddy like jumps out of the water like.
yeah. Well, I also love the thing where he's like, oh, what are you afraid of? And then he's like drowning him, and you're like, oh shit! And the girl's like, they have to take off his mask, just give him like mouth to mouth, to like, he's like, this is the only thing that's gonna kill this fucker. But I love it when they pulls him out of the dream world, and then he's like in they're in that like shack, and it's just burning, and you can totally see that like, but you can totally see Freddy's like, oh shit, I'm totally out of my element. Like I fucking loved it because they gave like really good.
I don't like Freddy because I think it's cheap that he does all this weird dream world shit and he just has like fucking scissor hands, like little knife hands. I think he's lame. Out of every
I'll put it this way: I
it.
love him in the first one. The first one, he's very terrifying, and I like the dream aspect and stuff like that. But it was always like an interesting. Actually, they were supposed to be. I don't think they got the rights for it because I think it was owned by New Line Cinema. But at the end of Freddy vs. Jason, the original ending was them going to hell, and Pinhead was supposed to turn around and be like, "What the two of you? Why are you two mad?" Like or something like that. So it was like trying to combine like all the monsters in the same thing.
I've never seen any of them.
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser is interesting. The first, it sucks. The first one's.
It was like based off a book, right?
Yeah, it's based off of a book. The first one is interesting because it sets everything up, but like the characters, like the Cenobites, they are
they're aliens or something, right?
they're like these alien creatures and whatnot. But you're like these things are interesting, they're cool. I want to see more of them, and they don't really do much with them until like the next movie, and then after that they started really focusing on those characters like Pinhead and like all the weird like demented creatures from this puzzle box or whatnot. So the first one is interesting because it kind of ends like okay, but then out of nowhere like this like dragon of like a skeleton of a dragon just comes up, picks up the puzzle box and leaves, and then kind of like starts it up again, like of like the guy selling the box to somebody or whatnot. But you're like, okay,
And they live in the box.
well, what happens is like you figure out the box.
There's like a little I forgot what it's
you
called.
figure out the box, and then what ends up happening is you unleash like these demons kind of from hell, and they basically just punish you.
Yeah, so it's like Pinhead, but then he's got like 3 or 4 other people that are like the same like white, like they're just like weird.
they're weird
Like one of
looking.
them has like only
Like,
teeth,
just-
and it
yeah.
goes like.
Yeah, it's just like
And then there's like a giant fat one with like tiny little glasses,
Like-
but they're like weird looking. Yeah, and they fucking
like they're
kill you.
really like creative
And
looking.
they torture people?
Yeah, that's all they do.
There's
Like
one scene where they put all the hooks on the guy.
yeah, they just rip
and
him.
it just all of a sudden they're like he's like this, and there's just like 50 hooks in him, and then all of a sudden it just tears him.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like I think the concept of it is like whoever pretty much finds the puzzle box and like basically you're like because the guy was like a sinner pretty much. It punishes you, but then he found a way to kind of escape it. But then he had to start murdering people like in the attic and then like absorbing them to try to complete himself again or whatnot. But then like they're all like, "What the fuck are you doing? You can't do this. Like we own your soul. Like fuck you," kind of thing. You know?
Yeah.
It's a really weird like I've never read the books, but the movie's very interesting or whatnot. But I haven't seen like all of them, and I'm kind of like I kind of want to check it out because these characters are very like interesting or whatnot. But I think that's what discovered the whole like. Everyone needs to wear leather. I think that's where that came from.
Yeah, they all wear what? Yeah, there's like a woman that's like bald wearing a whole leather cloak thing.
Yeah, cloak thing and whatnot.
Have you ever seen The Talisman?
No.
It's got like this weird ball that flies and kills people. It's like a tiny little. It looks like the golden snitch, but silver. It goes in the head and drains all the blood in their body.
That reminds me of the Phantasm. You ever seen those?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay,
of.
Phantasm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that sounds like the Phantasm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's fucking crazy.
You ever seen People Under the Stairs?
Yeah.
I have not seen that.
So it's Wes Craven.
love
It's
that
like
one.
one of my favorites, but it's not. It's not really scary. It's just these 2 kids are trying to go and steal shit in this house, and the people are fucking insane, and they have it all rigged up to be like, you can't get out if you're in, and then they have random, like zombie people under the stairs.
Yeah.
It's
Interesting.
The dude that lives in the walls.
yeah, I forgot what his name
I think
is.
it's Noah or something.
Yeah, he's like, they chopped his tongue off.
Tongue off.
Yeah, but he just screams in the wall.
I've not seen this one.
It's an entertaining movie, but it's just like not scary. What's the kid's name?
We used to
Yeah.
watch it in the conversion van and shit.
Oh man, what's that kid's
I haven't
name?
thought of that in a long time.
Fool. That's his name.
Yeah, fool.
Yeah, but the actor that's with him trying to steal the shit.
Yeah.
You would recognize him. I forgot what he is, but he gets like shot like right in the beginning. And
Oh,
it's just
shit.
this kid in this house, and he's trying to get out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they have a daughter. And, wait, aren't they like brother and sister though? Their parents are weird, but they have like a daughter, and they don't let her out. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And
Yeah.
then he finds the daughter and befriends her and like tries to help her.
Yeah, it's they both get out, but there is a shitload of gold.
Okay, interesting. I've heard about this movie. I've just not seen it. It's like, what was it like? Are You Afraid? Not Are You Afraid?
Yeah,
but-
fool. Alice is the daughter.
Alice, yeah, that
Oh,
girl's
oh,
cute.
that was like Alone in the Dark.
Roach.
If
The
you
dude in the
ever-
wall is Roach.
Roach.
But yeah, have you ever seen that Alone in the Dark? I know they did a remake a couple of years ago, like Katie Holmes is in it or whatnot. But the original is fucking weird because it's like the lights would go, like they're in this house and lights go out, and then you just hear like.
Ooh.
You find out there's like
Yeah.
these little like fucking creatures.
Yeah,
and
it's
shit
just
like
his
that.
daughter.
Yeah. And then they're
So
like,
remember when she like opens that door in the basement or whatever? There's like a little
yeah, there's like the
It's like-
stove, and then you find out it's like this, like they're like fairies or
Yeah.
some weird shit, and
They're creepy as fuck looking, though.
They kidnap like the original, like they kidnap like this child because like the guy didn't pay his debts or whatnot, but then it's like the new family moves in. Like that's a pretty solid.
Is that the
weird-
one with Christian Slater?
The original one might be with Christian Slater. I know they did a remake with like Katie Holmes. I'm trying to remember who else was in it.
Well,
I know which one you're talking about.
But yeah, but it was always like
2005,
probably
the remake.
that's the remake.
All right, then that's Christian Slater and Tara Reid.
Nope, that's not the one.
Oh, that's not the one.
Wait, maybe it's not called Alone in the Dark.
I'm trying to remember. It was
Katie Holmes was in it. I remember she was in. Something.
Yeah, hold
it's
on.
her and her like daughter, and there's these weird little fairy things. But when you see their face, they're fucking creepy.
Wait, is it Alone or is it Scared? And hold on.
Just type in Katie Holmes.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Thank you, Matthew.
I liked the Jeepers Creepers movies, especially the second one.
I saw the first one and I really enjoyed it. I haven't seen the other two.
So the second one is it's just it's feasting time again, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and it's this high school football team.
Don't be afraid of the dark.
Don't be afraid of the dark.
Is that with Katie Holmes? That's probably what it is.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yes.
Yeah. He directed the remake. Remake's not bad, but I think it was a PG-13 movie, and I think that's what hindered it. Because I noticed with him, he thrives. Great movie of his, Devil's Backbone. It's subtitled, but fucking worth it.
Yeah.
She's been in a
I
lot
like
of
The
movies.
Haunting. I like House on Haunted Hill.
House on Haunted Hill was cool.
But no, the
13
second Jeepers-
Ghosts
That's
13
good.
Ghosts
I just
was always
watched that
great.
like last
with
week.
Matthew Lillard.
yeah,
No, so the second Jeepers Creepers
There's some
football
crazy girls in
team,
there.
it's a bus, breaks down,
Yeah.
and then the dude starts just fucking feasting on
oh,
all of them.
nice.
Yeah, and then there's like plot shit, like there's like a white guy and a black guy, and they like hate each other. It's like racist shit. No, I liked House on the Haunted Hill with Chris Kattan, but it was creepy when they went down the basement.
yep.
Have you ever seen that House on
The
Haunted Hill?
the original was creepy too.
House on Haunted Hill.
So it's
The
pretty much
original one was Vincent Price.
Okay, I've seen that one.
yeah. So they redid it, and it's just a giant house, and he invites them over, and it's like if they stay the whole night, they get like $1 million or something.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I haven't seen that one.
It's got a lot of
I've
people
seen.
in it.
I've seen both the remake. I've seen the original Haunting, and I've seen the remake of the Haunting.
No, this is House on.
No,
Haunted
you're
Hill.
talking about
Yeah.
House on Haunted Hill. No, the Haunting is the one with like the remakes with
Liam Neeson, Owen Wilson.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
That's a good movie.
Wow, my head gets taken.
That was
off.
there was an original old.
Yeah, there's an old
Do you
one.
remember the staircase
So-
in the new one?
Yeah.
So in the original one, it was just a tiny staircase in a room that was like it shook like once.
Like you just shook, but that was the one that did the thing with so the door was like breathing.
Yeah.
Like it was like the House Alive. So when you see it in black and white and like whatever they did with it, you're like, that's fucking like,
Cool.
and that's what kind of built like when there's the Freddy Krueger when he's like in the thing and stuff, and then they were just like, all we did was like wall. What was it, like latex, and they just had like someone put their face through to make like mimic it, and you look at that and you're like, that's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Like that's creepier looking than the remake one that I saw when they did that. It's like, why did you CGI this?
Dude, The Haunting was like a big deal when it came out.
It was a good movie. I really enjoyed it.
Fun movie, but yeah, I've seen the original of the Haunted, but I've never seen
soundtrack was
House on.
good for that,
I've
too.
never seen House on Haunted Hill though.
Yeah, it's just this guy gets the people in the house. He's like, you stay, you get $1 million, but the fucking basement, like the house is pretty much alive. There's a lot of so
Okay.
people were killed. It used to be like an insane asylum below.
Okay.
And there's like a pretty much like a ghost essence in it. And who's the one fucker that is like when they look in the cameras, he like shakes really weird, and he ends up like cutting some dude's face out, and all you see are his like teeth.
Oh,
And
shit.
Dude, it's but they go downstairs and they start dying, and Chris Kattan's in it, and it's got Sonya from Mortal Kombat.
Nice.
That is correct. From what's her name? She's from Billy Madison too. She gets fucking hacked up into pieces. They find her like in a some cupboard, and it's just her body parts.
Oh,
It's a
shit.
tit.
Nice.
But
Okay,
it's a good
I'll
movie.
definitely check that out. But yeah. See, my older brother was really into like the horror films and stuff like that.
Horror movies were way better in the '90s and like early 2000s. The horror movies.
Bridget
now,
Wilson.
Yeah,
She was a hottie.
horror movies now suck.
Mark, have you watched?
I think they're slowly trying to get back to the footing because don't get me wrong, there's a lot of ones that are like what we would consider like B horror movies, but then there's some of them that they do that you're like, wow, this was really fucking
the first
good.
Paranormal Activity was good. The Conjuring and the Insidious is good, but they keep making shit like that. There's like 1 billion like movies that have to do with some what is it called when like the exorcism, like shit like that. There's just 1 billion of them.
Possessions and stuff like that. Well, I will say this: like, so I saw the original Annabelle when that came out, and I was like, all right, people liked it.
That.
But like Annabelle Creations, like the prequel to that one, I thought was like nuts. Like, and then Annabelle Comes Home was the latest one, and it was like a fucking roller coaster. Like, I'm like, okay, I know what's gonna happen, but they kept you like just going. And they kept introducing like new things in the Conjuring series that you're like, I want a movie about that now. I want a movie about that now. Like, so they kept building. Like, I think the biggest downfall was The Nun, because The Nun was so creepy in The Conjuring 2, and then the movie was like, oh, you already showed me everything in the previews. Like, there wasn't really much to build on it.
Which is the one where they like I think it was the first, or maybe it was I can't remember, where they take the pictures and that old ass lady is in every picture and she just keeps getting closer.
That is Insidious, and that's that was the first one with the main character, because like he was able to do what his son did, like be able to lead dreams.
You didn't know that until.
But what I love, did you see the Conjuring stuff? Because I do not want to spoil.
It's got Rose Byrne and Patrick
Wilson.
That's Insidious.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Insidious.
What did I say?
Conjuring.
Well, I know there's Conjuring, which he's also in, Patrick Wilson. But then, Insidious, he's in that.
You've seen that, right?
So we went to Mom's house to watch Insidious, and I was really sick, and I slept through it.
But
I would wake up because there was always some reoccurring noise or something. Something.
Yeah,
and I'd wake up.
I totally. Okay, so definitely watch the first one. First one's good. Second one, like, honestly, it's one of those movies where I'm like, the first one and second one I saw them back to back, but I don't know which one I like more, because the second one has some shit in it that I'm like, that's fucking creepy. And then it even builds on that, because once you find out, like, the shit in the second one where you're like, that's even more fucked up than I thought it was, kind of thing. So definitely, because there's like this demon in the first one, but there's this part in it.
He's dumb. He's like not even like scary looking. He looks like the fucking Majora's Mask guy.
Oh, I was about to say, it looks like Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Like but the thing that's creepy is when you get to this one area where, like, you could see him, like, in the back, and, like, Patrick Wilson's character is trying to, like, grab his son's soul and bring it back. But all of a sudden you just hear the tiptoe through the tulips. And you're like, that is so unnerving right now. But honestly, I would have to say...
What does that mean?
There's this old song like "Tiptoe Through the Tulips with Me," but it's like this really old, like 19, probably like, or maybe even 1800s like song. But fuck, I'll see if I can find it.
Whenever it plays though, there's like a kid like running around the house. Yeah, it's like. No, they're good, but yeah, the pictures. There's like pictures of the dad when he was a kid, and there's a like creepy old woman in it. But every time they took the picture, she was closer. Like
to him,
and it was random life events, and she was closer. So they were like saying like once she touched you, she was like in you or something. Yeah, but it's creepy. Yeah.
Her voice is horrible.
Guess what, buddy?
What?
I learned something today, just like you will in a few seconds. Not a chick.
Oh, it's a dude.
This is a dude.
Yeah,
I just pulled up the video and I'm like, holy fuck.
That's funny.
That's a guy.
Yeah, that's a horrible.
But yeah, so that song plays, so you hear that with like, and how like whatever's going on, like creepiness, you're just like, oh, why did you have to add that? Like it was already creepy, and then you have that, like kind of thing. But yeah, I highly recommend those. The funny part is like the third one is supposed to be a prequel. Not my favorite. I'm not bad. Not my favorite.
I
but
like Stephanie Scott.
She's like when she comes out and like
the Lost Keys.
No, that's the last one. The Lost Keys.
This one is a girl. It's like a prequel. So there's a girl. There's like there's like a sick person like above her.
That keeps like coughing.
She gets hit by a car. Is like pretty much crippled in her house.
Yeah.
And then whatever the fuck it is comes downstairs and gets her. Like possesses her. Like
her
all the lights like go out in her room. She can't get up, can't get out, and all you hear is like
this horrible breathing or whatnot.
And then he possesses her.
But it's crazy because it's like you have the father and he brings in the woman from like the original one that helps like people out and everything. But it's great because there's like this one, like you probably seen
When
in the
she gets
previous,
possessed.
where she starts walking, but
So
you
she
can't,
breaks
but you just hear the breaking
of her bones.
of the bones because they're not healed yet. But it's like
She breaks her casts off. She smacks him against like the bed. She keeps like whack, whack.
But it's
whack,
like
and then she
this thing where
walks.
it's like this demon that's controlling it, and you're like, oh shit! Like when she wakes up from this, like she is not gonna have a good time. Like her legs are just like smashed. But the fourth one I love because they actually really introduced they showed more of the original woman's backstory, but they also had this great scene where they kept faking you out. Where it was all like, oh, this is where the bad guy, like, this is the jump scare, this is the jump scare, this is the jump scare, but you kept, like, waiting. Like, everyone in the theater, when I saw it, we're all like, all right, get to it. And then when they did the jump scare, you're like, fucked everybody up. But then we're all like, that was fucking genius, like, how they did it. And it's like, again, I think Blumhouse, it's like they know this, like, weird beat where they know where it's like, okay, we're going to build it, and then you think it's going to drop, and you're like, okay, and they hit you with it, and you're like, oh, fuck. Like, I feel like it's like a DJ. Like, Blumhouse is just DJ. They're like, oh, raise it. Jump scare.
Dude, Paranormal Activity was the first one that ever came out. Like that one night when it was just like, whoosh, like hits in the chandelier.
It's just...
scared the shit out of me in the theater.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so some people have that mechanics now, but yeah, if you haven't seen any of these films, people, I feel like this should have been the Halloween episode because we went deep into horror.
Yeah, we don't ever do everything correctly.
No.
Have you seen Haunting on Hill House on
No.
Netflix? You should check that out.
Is it that good?
Is that
It was good. The Haunting on Hill House.
Yeah,
We
okay.
watched it.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a second season soon.
There's a book called Hell House, and all those.
I think that's what it's based on. Yeah. No, this one is really good.
I have the book. I need to read it, and even like Stephen King says it's like the scariest book that he's ever read.
Netflix did a good job on it.
I really enjoyed it, and I'm really kind of hoping, like, I'm like how they ended it too, because like I didn't know if they were getting a second season. They ended it where like you can do just like what American Horror Story did, where it's like other people deal with this, or you ended it where like, oh, if we don't get picked up for a second season, we kind of closed it out, almost kind of thing. So highly recommend that. I think it's like what 12 episodes.
I quit watching this season of American Horror Story. I'd never watched one, and this one intrigued me because it's like the 1980s.
Yeah, it's the 1980s like slasher,
and the fucking dude. They find out who like the killer is in the first episode. Like I'm like confused, and he's like he already killed a shitload of people. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
You should watch the first season.
First season's really good. Yeah,
First
What is
season.
it?
First season is
Murder
called
House.
Murder House. Really solid.
so people just kill each other.
No,
Or somebody's killing people.
Go.
Yeah, you
okay,
gotta watch it.
Watch the first season. I think it's like what 10 episodes, probably maybe 12.
I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's definitely no. If it's not on Netflix, it's probably on definitely Hulu.
What's it about though?
So this family moves into this house, which I believe is in California.
Yeah.
And he is an author, a writer, something.
Are they stealing Insidious? Or not
No.
Insidious, Sinister?
I never saw Sinister.
Oh, sorry. The first one is
That's what I.
very, very, very.
That's
good.
what I heard.
Yeah.
I heard it was very
But
good.
they move into a house where somebody like
Yeah,
was
like
murdered,
and then he starts
and he's an
like
author.
researching everything and stuff. No, yeah. So this is like so it's like an author dude. No, he's not an author. He's a psychologist. He's like a therapist.
There you go.
He has his own like living practice and this thing, but then you find out later like him and his wife like he had an affair and his wife's not happy about it, blah blah. But he has a daughter, and then there's like this kid across the street that you're seeing. Actually, it's the guy who plays Quicksilver in the X-Men movies and stuff like that. And then you find out about like this other woman like who lives next door to them, and she kind of has like this daughter. Like all this stuff started building, but it keeps doing these flashbacks to the original owners of the house, and then you find out like the guy who originally owned the house was a doctor. And then you find out like he was doing weird experiments and like all this weird. So like everything keeps flashing back and forth. But like that was that one ended. I was like, where are they going to go from here? And then I realized, oh, they're doing every season's like its own thing. I definitely recommend the first one. First one's great. You would probably really enjoy the first one.
Is it gory?
Oh, I'm trying
This
to
one's
think.
pretty gory. The slasher.
I don't know if this one has so much gore. It has a lot of creep factor though, like to the first season, like the bondage shit. Like, oh,
Sorry, that was a work text.
I know you're good.
You're still
No, you told me about it.
okay. Sorry, I got completely distracted there. My favorite aspect though is like the maid,
Yes.
because she does something where it's like, whoa. In one part, it's like, oh, that's fucking disgusting, and the other part, where it's like, who are them?
yeah.
Butthole? With her butthole?
No.
No.
Like I said, check it out.
Yeah. And she's also in season 2. But that's the last time that she was in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, it's also funny about that actress. She was Barney Stinson's mother.
She was?
Yeah, and
yeah. Yes, yeah, you're correct. Yeah.
Like, it's funny when I saw it, I was like, "Hey, that's Barney's mom."
Yeah, but then I was like,
Yeah,
"Whoa,
I was like,
who are
whoa,
you, and
who?
what is your name?"
Who is your daddy and who do you work for?
Who's your daddy and what's
I'm about to Google your shit right now.
Do we want to take a break or
Sure.
do we want to wrap up? Because
let's take a break.
Okay, I wasn't sure when you need to.
Yeah, no, we can talk a little bit more than I got.
All right, you got some music.
Yeah, I want to know about your evening last night.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, put on Armed Forces. Armed Forces on Parade.
Matthew, you got this?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, so we're brought to you by Amazon. You go to Fortnite. No one cares. Whatever. Love you. We'll be right back after these messages of music.
Right after these messages.
Oh, Revenge Lover. Stand up from the crowd. Goes to revengelover.com. Mention you heard it on the 4i Radio Network. Receive 10% off your first purchase. She works for a great company.
broke the silence. I heard my voice in the audience, and it said, "Look at my face." One day, come broke the silence. I wear my nerves on the outside. I still wonder. I still wonder. I still wonder why there's no one out there right now. Her eyes are gleaming in my eye, and I'm still breathing on my own. The thoughts of leaving one by one. One stood by while the other came and went. The other flew away, so she wouldn't fall out again. One to let you know, the other to make you wait. Worlds across the bed, it that traveled every day. One day, come broke the silence. I heard my voice in the audience, and it said, "Look at my face." One day, come broke the silence. I wear my nerves on the outside. I still wonder. I still wonder. I still wonder why. One day, come broke the silence. I heard my voice in the audience. I still wonder. I still wonder. One day, come broke the silence. I heard my voice in the audience. I still wonder. I still wonder. One day, come broke the silence. I wear my nerves on the outside. I still wonder. I still wonder. I still wonder why there's no one out there right now. Her eyes were gleaming in my eye, and I'm still breathing on my own. But thoughts are leaving one by one.
Just a giant dick.
That bums me out.
No, I've always heard with that. That's why he wasn't the Hulk in the Marvel movies, because there was so much problems with the Incredible Hulk movie, which is a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he does a phenomenal job in it. And even in, what's it called? Was it Birdman? Is that what it's called?
Birdman, yeah.
Great film and stuff like that, but like even Emma Stone was like, yeah, he's fucking hard to work with. Like he's at this one kind of status right now where it's like, I get it. You probably think like, hey, I paid my dues and stuff like that. And it sucks because there's a lot of great actors out there that you're like, oh, they do phenomenal work, but some of
Same
them are
thing with Russell
douchebags.
Crowe. Russell Crowe's a giant ass.
Fighting around the world.
I heard Emma Stone was like a bitch in high school.
I don't know. She went out. She was
Lauren
out
went
here.
to, she went to the school where Lauren went, and she like dropped, or she either like dropped out or graduated. I can't remember, but she was not nice. But I think it's because she was like doing small like role. She was getting in her actress career.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known her in high school. Would have been successful.
She went to see.
She went to somewhere in Scottsdale.
Yeah, there was like Lauren like went to a school like with her when she was young or something, and she was not nice.
She did Value Theater.
I remember my brother
which
doing that.
I tried to go out for. I didn't make it. But
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother got that. My older brother. Actually, it was weird. My brother Ryan got a part in it, but then also my dad. My dad got a role in it.
Hello?
I realized all my dad's weird acting things he's done. So my dad had a role in the play my brother was in for the Value Theater. Like, I think he played a guard, and I just remember seeing my dad out there with, like, the arm bracelets on, just, like, just to, like, drag people out. But then I remember, I have to see if he still has this. When we went to Universal the first time, they had this Star Trek thing. And you would go in, and they would grab people from the audience, and you would do, like, a mock-up Star Trek, like, you'd be on the bridge and stuff, and my dad got picked. And I remember my dad, he walks onto the thing, talks to the, like, with the captain, and then he's trying to leave, and the door won't work. Like, he hits it, and it opens, and he goes to walk out, and it closes again, and he's just like,
Yeah.
But I guess it was all part of like the joke of like what you're going to be doing and some of that. But it was fucking great. And there's a part where they like film like, oh, you're on the space thing. Oh, and everyone's getting like they shake the thing around and stuff. God, I gotta see if he has that because I'd be like, you need to upload this to fucking YouTube. This is great. Like, that's what I said. Like I always said, my dad to me was the funniest person in my life. Like if I can get him to laugh, I'm like good. But like he did shit that I was just like, now that I think about that, it's like, God damn it, gotta have my dad back on and be like, Dad, let's talk about your acting career.
Nice.
Did you read it?
Yeah, I've seen that one with the wee.
Are we gonna have a problem? You best switch up that attitude. It's a we and a switch.
Nice.
That's so funny.
So last night, you got back up on the... You got back up on the stage.
I did. I performed at the Tempe Improv, which I've never performed at.
Yeah.
Very classy stage. Learned a lot. I was in, first time ever, I was in a green room.
Oh, yeah.
Went to an actual green room. Really small when you have like almost like 20 comics in there. Then they showed us the tour. And they're like, okay, you're going to go through this door, and there's a door, like, on the side of the wall. You open up, which sucks, because when it's pitch black, and you're like, you've only been shown the door once, you're like, which door do I go into? Because there's one that says the exit, and then there's this fake door that you can't see in the dark. But you go in there, and there's, like, a couch and a little area for people to sit, but then you walk out on stage. I was like, oh, my God, this is, like, fucking legit. It was pretty freaking cool.
Too legit to quit.
But, yeah, I had a lot of people come out. I had, I think, about maybe 12.
Hell yeah, dude.
They did send me an email, which I love, like the day before, where they were all like, if you can get 20 people, we'll give you 7 minutes. I'm like, I don't think that's happening on short notice, but thanks. But yeah, it was cool. Like everyone, if you were like the first 10 people, used my name, got in free. So I'm like, that's kind of cool. I mean, obviously you have to do a 2-drink minimum.
Yeah.
And everything like that. But most of the crowd was pretty much up front. I was second on stage. It was very interesting because I got to sit down and like not really sit down, but like be with like the other comics, and you got to see like everyone like kind of walk of life. I'm actually kind of depressed because not depressed. I should say disappointed that we left early, but again I had to be at work at 6. So I'm like, fuck that. But there was this one woman that I would love to have seen her set because like we were like in the back like back and forth with some shit because like one comic dropped like suicide shit, and right when he said that I was like, way to bring the room down. Like I'm like, I feel sorry for the next guy who comes up after you. But then she was like, your face went really white, and I'm like, well, that's fair because I'm the only white guy back here.
Oh, right.
So
nice.
But she was like, she thought I was laughing. I'm like, you know who's even worried? I'm like, I've already gone. She's like, yeah, I know. Like, you did your set. I'm like, but you know the guy who's on stage right now, the guy going after him is sitting back there going like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. Why are you doing this? I have to resurrect the crowd, that kind of thing. And she thought that was kind of funny. So I did give my card out to one dude because right after my set, I went back and I'm like, I need to get me a beer. I was centered when I went up there, so that was fun. But yeah, so got a beer, chit-chat, gave him my card. He might come on the podcast. We'll see what happens or whatnot. Right. But yeah, no, it was a really surreal experience. I got to meet a couple of people. You got to kind of feel for like, okay, what's going on? Because usually when I go up now, last time I've gone up was with like Michael Turner and Kevin Elliott and stuff like that. And usually I'm like standing next to them and kind of bullshit with them for a bit. But now it's like people I don't know, like kind of thing. So like, and like I was really quiet when I came in because I was just like, I was in my head of just like, is 10 people going to show up? Because, like, I had, like, so many invites, and I know some people are like, hey, I can't make it. I'm like, totally understandable. Don't blame anybody. I'm like, it's a Wednesday. I completely get it kind of thing. But, like, people were like, oh, I'm definitely coming. And then people were like, not coming. I'm like, then why did you say you were going? Like, you were, like, up front. We're like, we're not going to be able to make it. And I'm like, that's fine. Perfect. Even, like, Mark.
If 10 people don't come, then you...
Like, I couldn't perform because you needed, like, 10 people, like, kind of thing.
Shit.
So I was like, okay, but a lot of people showed up. Like I think, like I want to say probably 12 or 13 people.
That's cool, man.
So I'm like solid or whatnot. So I went up second, and I'm like perfect. Crushed it. Did like 2 new jokes that I pretty much came up with that day because I'm like I want to do something new because I thought there were going to be some recording, and I'm like. Everyone knows my go-to is, like, honestly, the biggest part of my act is, like, the Scooby Doo thing. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, because it's funny, and I rock that shit. And I'm like, okay, I got it down to a T. I know how it works. But I'm like, I want to do something new in case there's some recording. I know certain jokes that I want to do. I can't because it's, like, longer than 5 minutes, and that would be the entire set kind of thing because I have a bit with my dad with, like, E.T. ride in Universal, which is amazing. But I'm like, that's, like, a 10-minute bit. So it's like, can't do that. So I was like, okay, so I came up with like something about the chicken sandwich duel going on with Popeyes and Chick-fil-A, but I compared it to like Game of Thrones. But then I did the joke with like, but then out of nowhere, McDonald's is like, the McRib is back! Like the Starks just coming finally, and like, I know nothing. It's all like seriously, the McRib came back. Like there was this chicken war. Like even Wendy's was like, hey, spicy chicken McNuggets are back. Like they were like, we're probably going to get a few sales, but like this chicken debacle going on, but let's throw out some chicken. Now, even Burger King was like, we have a chicken sandwich.
Did Chick-fil-A get a new chicken sandwich or something?
Yeah, Chick-fil-A had this chicken sandwich, and then Popeye was like, we got a chicken sandwich. And then this whole like
I know that
explosion.
The picture
like,
I sent you.
Yeah.
There was a. Did you see that picture?
Which one?
It's a. Oh God damn it! It's a picture of Popeye's chicken sandwich.
And it's like raw.
Yeah, oh, dude,
like
it's
raw
so
in the middle.
gross.
Oh, really?
Let's see if I can find it here. It's nasty.
I don't know if that's really how it would be, though.
Look, I've had Popeye's chicken. That's just undercooked.
I sent you the same meme twice last night.
Yeah, you did. And then you said, I didn't mean to send it twice.
And then I did one about the millenniums and the boomers, because that's like a new thing that I saw that I was like, what is going on here? But I know I can build up on that. But I was fun because I was able, like, ASU kids were there, and then I dropped, like, Rick and Morty impersonations, and people were like, holy fuck, like, that's, like, great. And then went into the Scooby Doo bit or whatnot. But then it's funny because, like, the one guy, the owner of the club was all like, hey, I'm going to flash you at, like, 4:30, like your thing. So if you don't wrap up your jokes or whatnot, I will play you off. This is the music I will use. He's like, and I plan on playing 5 of you off tonight. And everyone's like, oh, shit. So I'm like, well, fuck that. I'm setting my alarm on my clock for 4 minutes. So as soon as my watch starts vibrating, I know, like, okay, let's get to the last thing and finish this up. So that's what I did or whatnot. But it was just, like, funny just, like, watching people and everything that. But, like, I coming back in, like, a lot of people were like, because I was very quiet when I showed up. But as soon as I walked back in after doing the set, like, people were like, oh, you do voices. I'm like, yeah, over 100. And just, like, walked out. I was like, I felt like kind of like a baller. I was just like, this is like, oh, dude, I do so many.
No, it's just funny. Yeah, over 100.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, that's like my only baller move.
Just floats out.
Yeah, I was just like,
what did the dude talk about with the rape?
I have no idea. I didn't even hear
damn
about it. I just heard, like, he was talking about, like, when his best friend dies, I guess he'll have more action because he's shorter than his friend. I guess he said he's a fuckboy. Which, when he get up on stage, he goes, I'm a fuckboy. And, like, I'm in the back with, like, some of the comics. I'm just like, so that's what they look like. And everyone just lost it. So I was, like, on fire, pretty much. And then this entire day sucked because I was like, I shouldn't be at work. I was so energized, but had no desire to work, and I just like wanted to write like jokes. Like I haven't like everything I can build upon now. Like it's like okay, I got a set thing that worked. People like I can build upon this because like the Oregon Trail shit, I know I can build even more upon.
We played that game at work.
Oh no, I had a great joke because they were talking about like the boomers and the millenniums. Like the millenniums are like blaming the boomers for like destroying the earth and everything that, and the boomers are like, oh, millenniums have it so easy. I'm like, but I found out I'm not even part of this. I'm in this weird niche group. If you were born from 1977 to 1984, they have like other words for it, but what they decided to settle on was the Oregon Trail generation. And I go, did we think about this?
The fuck?
None of us survived the Oregon Trail. Like, that was a terrifying game. So you got millenniums fighting and boomers fighting, and us Oregon Trail people are just sitting there going like, well, I hope I don't get dysentery. Like, shit. And people were just like, okay, that's clever. But I have more, like, to build upon that now where I'm like, nah, I can talk about the Oregon Trail. Because same thing always happened to me. I'm like, I'm going to buy the axle. So I buy the extra axle. Waste a lot of money on it. Guess what? Axle never breaks in my entire game. I fucking die. Then I go, fuck it. Not buying the axle. Not even 3 feet from the fucking place you leave. Axle has broke. You need to go back. I'm like, but it's right there. Like, how could it take me 8 days to get back there? What the fuck? Like, you're so angry. So then when you start dying in fucking
Did you
Oregon
always die
Trail,
from, like, a broken arm?
Oh, broken arm.
Like, broken arm, and then 2 days later,
Yeah,
Mark
snake
died.
bite. Yeah. So then
Stomped on by oxen.
Yeah, then I start naming kids I don't like in the class. Because, like, when I would go to the computer lab, it was, like, 5th, 4th grade. So, like, then you were like, hey, Chase, what? You got dysentery. No, I don't! Fuck you, Chase. You suck. You know, like, that kind of shit. Where you just start naming kids you didn't like. But then, like, then you would have, like, your buddies be like, yeah, you died. Oh, who else died? No, you were the only one.
Yeah, you were the only one.
Oh, so I'm the weakest link. No wonder I can't get
Goodbye. You are the weakest link.
You are the weakest link. But yeah, I have a huge like Oregon Trail thing or whatnot, which is funny. I need to bring that over to game night.
The card game.
Yeah, anytime next time you're like, hey, we're doing game night, I should bring over the Oregon Trail.
I got Megan a new game.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, Megan had a birthday.
Got her this game called New Phone Who Dis.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought you got her a new phone and just put that like as a wrapping.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? She just got a phone.
No, new phone. Who this is by the people that make What Do You Meme?
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
And so you have like, let me pull it up just to like kind of show some examples. New phone. Who dis? There it is. All right, so you get like a starter card, or you know, it's like Cards Against Humanity.
Like you.
You have a black card, and then you have your white cards.
Okay.
So you would get, you know, you would put down your black card, and it'd be like, "Yo, want to meet my goldfish this weekend? I think you guys are gonna really vibe." And so then you have your cards that you have to like reply to this text as, and like just on the back of the box, one example is like, "This is your boss, Chris. I think you have the wrong number. Is this you typing, or is this you trying to flirt with me?" Like different shit like that.
Okay,
you know?
yeah. So basically, someone plays the card like the judge, and then everyone
Yeah,
has to find like a
respond
card
to
to
it.
throw down and
Yeah.
see what the best like
So
who
it
dis.
could be
That
kinda
sounds fun. No, I want to check that out. That sounds. I still want to get like, what do you meme for?
What do you mean? Bum, 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 bum,
And then I got her a sous vide thing.
Sous vide.
Yeah,
What's this?
It's a cooking thing.
Yeah, so it's like a temperature regulating heating device.
So
Okay.
So like a lot of people like on like
Suit-
MasterChef and stuff, they'll put like meat in there.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It'll cook at like a lower temperature, but for like a
Yeah,
longer
yeah.
amount of time. It's like a fancy
gotcha.
way to cook shit.
So you put it in like a freezer bag pouch type thing
Okay.
in like a pot, like a 8 to 6 quart pot. You say you're doing steak, then you would put this device in there that like clips to the side of it and like temperature regulates the water.
Oh.
And so you could cook like a medium steak, you know, a steak medium.
Yeah.
It would like take like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's just
But-
lower cooking, but it's
But it's evenly cooked.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, like you can do that and be like, all right, now we can fuck off for an hour instead of having to sit there and be like,
Yeah.
that is cool.
so they'll do it a lot on like Iron Chef and
Yeah,
Top
yeah.
Chef because they don't want to have to like sit at the fucking grill all the time. So they'll do that to prepare something like chicken or fish.
Yeah,
Nice.
I did a good job. She was really pumped about that.
That's awesome. Okay, and you also you inspired me tonight to make my dinner. So you were like, "Hey, I'm cooking this up." And now,
Oh, yeah.
so what I have to ask is, you're a crock pot or is that a pressure cooker you have?
So
Spot, it's like a pressure cooker.
the Instapot is a pressure cooker. We
Okay.
have both. What
Okay.
I used was a crock pot.
Oh, okay.
And so I got home later. We ate later than we normally do, but
Hey,
I
have
made
some champagne
I made
beforehand.
chicken tinga tacos. And so what I do is I get, what the fuck do I get? I get Roman tomatoes,
Okay.
like a meat.
Roma tomatoes?
Yeah.
Roman tomatoes.
They're ancient.
Yeah, you have to
They're
make
so ancient.
you have to make sure they stab Caesar in the back before you get him. If they haven't done that yet, you're like, all right, I have to wait till the Ides of March.
So some tomatoes, like a medium-sized onion.
That was a clever joke. Fuck you guys.
Chipotle and like adobo sauce.
Okay, yeah,
Adobo.
Adobo, yeah.
I love adobo.
Some oregano, salt and pepper, some garlic.
Nice.
Throw that all in. We have like a food processor, so I throw it on all that, make like the sauce.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like 1/2 cup of chicken broth.
Yeah.
And then you put that in the crock pot. You put the chicken breasts. We do chicken breasts on that
Okay.
in there. And then you let it slow cook for 4 to 6 hours. So I did 4.5. And then you shred it and then put it back in. So we did that the other day.
No, yeah, like you told me, I was just like, that sounds really good, and then I was all like, fuck, because I've been doing like my chicken in the actual crock pot as of late, and I've just been doing the chicken broth and like seasoning it and whatnot, and like it's interesting because you could either, depending on like the thickness of it, so we had chicken breast, you can actually slice it or whatnot, and then I actually did like thinner ones, and then it just like shredded really well. I'm like, oh, okay, that works, and I just threw it in like a chicken Caesar salad.
Nice.
So then tonight I was all like, fuck it, let's get like the small like tortilla like things, do some street tacos, let's like do this. So I looked for like a a Mexican chicken recipe on for crock pots and everything. Then I'm like, perfect. So that's what we just hopefully we'll see how it turns out. But I'm like, I'm super stoked. But as soon as you did, I was like, oh fuck, I didn't even think of that. Like I was like, I've been using the crock pot, but I didn't even think to be like, oh, why don't you do some Mexican style, buddy?
Yeah, I've been doing some cooking dishes lately. Just kind of.
I like cooking though. To me, it's like a little bit.
I like it too. I like grilling.
No, I like grilling too. I wish I had an actual grill, but I'd use my grill pan. I just like cooking in general. It's just like it's a soothing thing for me. It's almost like a relaxing kind of thing.
Nice.
So
I like cooking, but it's impossible to cook at Mom's house.
Oh.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm good at cooking.
Come over.
Did you put that on your Tinder?
Come over and cook for us.
Yeah, I haven't cooked in a while, so I'll probably fuck it up.
That's actually what you should do.
Food.
Once you meet somebody and things are going well,
You should make a dish for Thanksgiving.
Go over to.
I probably could, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's coming up. Go over to
We're hosting. Sorry.
I know so many people. Patrick's got his fiance's coming into town, so I'm kind of debating if I just want to get
Her family too, or just her?
Her and her 2 kids.
Oh, dope.
Fikra and John, I think. Oh yeah, they're Irish. But I was like, do I want to go over to my family? Because this is the thing. I was thinking of going over to my family because it's always a shit show, and I love it. But then my dad told me he stopped drinking. So now I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, what am I supposed to do for entertainment at this point? So I might just roll over to Patrick's and just be blazed out my ass. But I might have to get a fucking gem. My bad. I got the first one right, Anna. She just texted me. She's like, it's Fikra and Jim. I'm like, okay. I had a J right. Come on.
Play that song really loud.
Which song?
The Tulip song.
Oh.
For correcting you.
Yeah, I'll get her. I'll wake her up with that tomorrow morning. She'll be in the shower and I'll just...
Yeah, I had a Bumble, and the nurses wrote it for me, and they knew I went to culinary school, so they put on there I can cook my way to your heart. And I was like, I would never fucking say this.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, no. I just say I just like to cook.
I'll cook my way to your heart.
I
love
just,
the crock pot.
Yeah, crock pots are great, but I just like finding new recipes, trying new shit, and be like, oh, see what happens. Like I made when I discovered to make the chicken lettuce wraps. Like those are fucking great. Like I like them. So I always like that. So yeah, that's why you're like, oh, here's some recipes. It's like Eric's always like, look at what I'm grilling, look what I'm doing. Eric's very foodie too. I'm surprised we never did like a cooking thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, we can get the Geeks Who Eat over here.
Oh yeah.
Haven't seen them in a while.
I haven't either. I felt bad because I couldn't make it out to their Halloween soiree. They had it was actually a weekend before your actual Halloween or whatnot. But my car was on the fritz, and I'm like, yeah, we're probably not gonna make it. Plus, I didn't even have my costume by then, so I would have just rolled in as me. Hey, what's up? Hi, I'm Steve from 4i Radio Network. You don't recognize? Hold on.
Great I have a buddy from work. His wife, I think she's Thai or something, but she makes him. He brings food in every day. Her shit's so good. So I try stuff that I've never tried before with him, and she makes them spicy, spice, uses Thai chilies and stuff, which I love.
Oh, I love that shit.
But the other day he brought in some type of lettuce wrap thing, but then one day he had this it was a basil and mint glass noodles dish or whatever. Ooh. It's super yummy.
I miss my Chinese.
What did he have the other day? Sour melon soup or something. It was strange, but I didn't mind it.
Wow.
Yeah, that actually happened. So we roll into just talking about food again. Go to the Tempe Improv area, but there was this place, Sushi 101, which never been into.
Right,
so,
right over there.
So 2 of the people who came to see me were in there. So we rolled in, and they were all eating sushi. And I'm like, fuck, I haven't had sushi in a while. God damn.
I hate sushi.
You like sushi?
I can't. I try. I can't eat it.
Mark,
look, it's just too many weird.
Mark, I am the kind of person that I'm like, everyone has their own taste. It's okay.
No, I know, but I wish I could like sushi. It's a cool sushi.
Do you like seafood in general or no?
Yes, I love seafood, but I just can't eat
raw fish.
That, and I've actually eaten nigiri, straight up. Just but it's just I don't know if it's too much in my mouth at once or too much different textures of taste. It's the rice, the seaweed to me. I do not. I hate, but I love rice. Rice in general. But to me, sushi is almost it's a way. It's almost like a Like people that drink coffee, it's like a way of their life. That's like a thing. I feel like I'm gonna go to a coffee shop today and like read a book. That's like how sushi is to me too. Like I'm gonna go get some sushi and just sit. It's like, I don't know. It's like an experience.
You're right.
Sushi.
You're right though, because like don't get me wrong. Like I'll have a cup of coffee in the morning, but I don't actually make like plans. Like I gotta go to Starbucks or I gotta go sit at a coffee place.
Like dates. You want to go get coffee? Do you want to go get sushi?
No.
Like
Coffee, to me, going to a coffee shop for like a date is perfect. Like when you're first meeting or whatnot, like try to shoot for like an afternoon. Yeah. You can have a conversation whether or not.
Do you like me?
Like, yeah, well, because look,
green apple,
if there's nothing there, you would hate to go out to a dinner, nothing's there, and you're just kind of like, okay, well, I guess I'll see you later, and you're just like, So I always say coffee because, like, look, if coffee's going great, and you're like, I really got nothing else going on. What do you want to do? You want to go for food? Blah blah. That's why. But I love what I was trying to give this to, like, my buddy Patrick's friend Brian. I was all like, "Oh, take him out. Like, just go to a coffee shop so you can have a conversation." He's like, "I don't like coffee." I'm like, "Then get tea." I don't like it. Just get fucking water. I'm trying to save you. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Because he's like, he was out on like 3 dates where he took him to dinner, paid for everything, and nothing happened. I'm just all like, and I get it. The guy's not the best looking, but he's really nice. Funny thing is, like, guy, what he looks like, you would not expect. He's like, oh yeah, he was like the number 5, like, in the nation for like gun ranges. Like, he's a great shot. And you look at him, and you're like, would have never thought of that. But I'm just all like, he's just like one of those people who's just like, you're a good person, but people aren't seeing that. Yeah. They're immediately looking at you and just like, fuck
welcome
this guy.
To the world.
Yeah, kind of thing. So like, that's why I was just like, hey, take him out to coffee. If it doesn't work out, you're out like $10. Not a big deal.
I went on a first date once. We went to, I can't remember, but
I hope so, because everyone should have a first date at some point.
I got steak, and she ended up paying for it, but then we like went back to her car after. This is what I think I told you. She was like talking about like how she's like, so like how open are you?
Oh yeah.
Like about like sexual shit. And I was like, well, like what do you mean? And she was like talking about. She's like, well, my ex-boyfriend used to like it when I'd put a strap on and like fuck him
and peg him.
And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I'm not that open. She was like telling me some. She wanted to like, yeah, she wanted to do some shit so I never talked to her again. It was such a strange like half hour in the car. I was just like,
that's always weird though, because there's that part where you start opening up. You're like, all right, I'm going to show this person some of my freak shit.
This is our first date.
Okay,
like,
she was down to clown. Yeah, like if you were drunker and you're like, fuck it, I don't care. My ass was already blown out from the shit I took this early this morning. I don't give a fuck. You want to shove some shit in there? I'm not going to feel it.
Like
but you were like, nope. It was like the fucking night watch.
The night at the Clarendon Hotel.
Oh shit! Wait, did you peg somebody or did you get pegged? What happened?
Had a little sexual soiree. I think there was like these 2 girls and they started talking to us.
That's my favorite thing to say right now is sexual soiree.
They started talking to us and I was like, what the fuck? These girls are like real pretty and shit. Long story short, I ended up going back to their hotel room and
they were prostitutes.
No, I thought they were. I was like, wait, I don't have money for this.
Hey, look, Mark, you and I were on the same page. I'm like, oh shit, they were a prostitute. You're like, no, I checked.
Well, so I was talking with one the whole night, so I thought we had a good connection.
Yeah.
So she's like, hey, come back to the hotel. She's like, leave your drunk friend at home, Matt. And to this day, he doesn't think he was drunk, but he was hammered. But
no, man.
I opened the door.
No, I was killing it with those 2 chicks, and you fucking walked out on. And then, like, in reality, he's like,
the story's hilarious, and like when I go back, it's even funny. It's like, God, I can't believe I'm gonna talk about this on here. So I go to their hotel room. I think their whole purpose for the night was to find somebody or 2. Like I was over at those chicks' plate. Do they like rape me? And I was like, you said I could go though. I woke you up. Like you said it was cool because I remember waking up like, yo, I'm going back to the hotel room, but they want you to stay. He's like, bro, okay. like. But yeah, dude, it was insane. And what's fucking crazy is one of those girls was in nursing school and knew a nurse from, she's a nurse now, somebody from Mayo. And that night they had taken pictures with Polaroid cameras, so we have some like random pictures.
Shit.
And the nurse like brings it into my buddy, and she's like, because my buddy was in it, he was there. None of this all happened later, but she was like, yo, what the fuck did you guys do last night? Because my friend says like she like knows you, and she like handed him the Polaroid or something. It was like, what? I was like, oh my god! So everybody at work now is gonna know. It was nuts. It's definitely one of the crazier things I've done.
Oh man, okay, so
and then immediately went the next day to Minute Clinic.
Oh man,
hey, do I have AIDS?
That is
because
amazing.
I did something dirty.
Dirty.
Yeah, it was nuts. They were cute for sure. Yeah.
Obviously, it was like what?
They were. That
you
was
said 2 minutes.
Whoa, it would be probably a little bit longer than that because they were doing shit to each other.
But hey, no, like I'm not even like I'm just
I was
saying
not
like
ready for that.
look, shit springs on you, like you're not prepared.
Like
You're like
70
the only thing
70s
the only
afro.
thing I can hope for is that I get like if I was in that position that I'm so drunk that I have reverse whiskey dick where I can't come but it just stays rock hard and I'm just like, well, I guess everyone else is having fun tonight, kind of thing. Or the fact that it's like it gets to the point where you're like, yeah, you're close, but it's just gonna be like it grows, but it's just a snake. It's just a fucking
hot dog in
snake.
the hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was. Yeah, they were.
So no, I don't fall. I'm just like that's an amazing story, and I'm glad I heard it.
Thighs really hard.
It's good.
That's the only thing I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what you need to buy? Well, it's probably never going to happen again. Different direction, but I like different direction where I was going, but I like your enthusiasm. I was going to say get some nipple clips.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, not on you. Just use it on
I'll
them.
bite their nipples.
Well, that works too.
Homemade.
Homemade.
Yeah. But
No, wait. What does a wallet sound like?
Wallet. I blurted out in work laughing when I heard that. I was like, "What the fuck?" He didn't notice. Make a wallet noise. Wallet. That's not a wallet.
That was actually pretty good. Just as the change. Oh man. I don't know where else to go from this.
I went to.
Oh yeah, go.
You got raped too?
No.
Matthew's like, yes, a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
So I ate
Mandalorians.
lunch really late today, and it was a time press, so I went to fucking McDonald's.
Yuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is yuck.
Did you get the McRib?
No, you got a Big Mac.
No. I actually got 2 cheeseburgers.
2 cheeseburger meal. That's my go-to.
My man.
Yeah, I got that.
No
It's
onions.
the only thing I can tolerate.
So, I'm sitting there, and this dude comes in, and he's like, "Do you guys have they're like most iconic toys from over the last 40 years?"
I think I saw something about
Yeah,
this.
they're the retro.
Because they had, what did they post? They had like Scooby Doo toys on there or something.
So, I have the list.
Okay.
And so, what I thought was kind of interesting was this guy got all of them except one. They didn't have number 9.
Ooh.
He got everything else, and he paid for them.
Well, yeah, because I remember you could do that. You could actually
Yeah.
roll in and be like, hey, I don't even want the meal. Can I just buy the toy? And they would give you just the toy.
I mean, these guys catered this guy.
Yeah.
They brought out the box. They went through all of them. They had all these pre-stacked Happy Meals with toys in them. They went through every single one trying to find number 9.
So I'm curious about this. This guy probably visits them locally, and he's probably like a collector. That's the only thing I
That's
think.
got to be
They
it.
had that stupid ice cream cone where you could like open the mouth.
I don't think he's on this one, but anyway, he bought them all in a drink, and it was less than $20.
Okay, so did you immediately get up and do the same thing?
No.
What is wrong with
Of
you,
course not.
Matthew? I would have Venmo you the money. I
So
want
that's
that
the
shit.
iconic toys.
All right, so we have remember that,
Yeah,
which was
yeah.
91. McDonald's Hot Wheel Thunderbird,
Yeah.
93. A Hamburger toy from 90 from 96. 101 Dalmatians toy from 97.
I remember the 101 Dalmatians toy.
Patty the Platypus Teeny Baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my!
97.
We had that for a long time.
A Tamagotchi from
Oh
98.
shit!
My Little Pony from 98. A Furby from 99. Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey. I do remember that from
I remember.
2002.
Yeah.
And then a Hello Kitty from 2013.
Damn, maybe we should go to McDonald's.
I'm thinking about it. That was under $20.
He got.
I wouldn't buy all of them.
He got all of them except for one.
Okay, so number 9 was
It was one of those. I don't know.
okay. That's interesting. Yeah, I remember seeing the article come out because I was just all like, because my theory was with the McRib was all like, wait, elections happen next year, bring out the ribs, like
What is
because like
today,
every
8?
so
7?
fucking 4 years the
So
McRib gets
they literally came out today.
okay, and it's only this weekend.
Yeah, it's through like the 10th or 11th.
Might have to do some Mickey D's.
I might do that.
I might not be buying food, but I'll definitely be doing that. But no, that doesn't surprise me because I remember back in the day when Toy Story came out, my dad was frantically looking for like a Buzz Lightyear or whatnot and literally just rolled in and was so like, yeah, can I just get the figure? I don't even want the toy. They're like, yeah, and I think the figures were like 59 cents. Like it's like nothing.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But That's crazy, but yeah, I like that you. I meant to like send that over to everybody, but I'm like, does anyone even fucking care? And
It was cool how it happened. It was like totally organically, and I was like, "Whoa, cool!"
Yeah.
I had no idea this was happening. It would be cool to have that Happy Meal changeable though, and the hamburger changeable. I remember those; those were cool.
Yeah, there's so many of those toys I remember because I remember the when they did the superhero Looney Tunes, and then they did Bugs Bunny was Superman, Batman was Daffy, Tasmanian Devil was the Flash, but then they had like a female pig for Wonder Woman, which was weird. Surprised they didn't do Green Lantern for Porky. Cause that'd be great. But then we'd do like abda 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 make a mallet.
So that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Now,
cool.
how did your? Now we need to know the rest of the story. How did your stomach do after the meal? Not
I mean, my stomach's fine.
okay.
It was literally right before I came over here.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Wait, was it just the one over?
No, I did the one off of Ray and Kyrene,
Okay.
or Ray and Priest.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, because it was that one. I was like, oh fuck, dude. I want to roll and be like, yeah, can I get the deal that one dude got the other day?
Yeah.
What dude?
I was
Guy
just
rolls in.
really surprised that they were like, "Yeah, we'll help you find all these."
They probably get it all the time.
Maybe I don't know.
The only thing, like, these are my
They
two.
had no resistance whatsoever. They were like, "Yeah, totally, we will help you."
Wait, how
really
busy
cool.
was it?
It wasn't busy.
That's why. They're like, fuck, if we can kill some time to help a customer. But I think they do that in general, because they kind of know, like, when shit comes in, they're like, oh, hey, we know what toy is going to be, like, because what? The Happy Meal promotions usually go for, like, a month, usually, like, sometimes.
Yeah,
and they usually have, like, 4 toys, so, like, every week is a new toy. Because I remember, like, shit like the Super Mario Brothers 3 game had, like, the different toys, and I think it was, like, 4 toys. And then even Sonic the Hedgehog did that for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, I think. That was weird when I saw, like, video games, because it was, like, movies.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. I like that.
Sorry,
That's a true collector.
No, it's all good.
Brought me back to like Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes because when Jason was trying to get off of heroin like the first time, they would go to Toys R Us and they would try to find like this I think it was like a 10-inch figure of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Like it was like a limited edition when they started re-releasing stuff, and he would get certain ones that he'd be like, okay, because they would take it back to the stash and they could sell it for like a higher price or whatnot. So it's like totally get it with like collectors, like they probably get that all the time, especially during the Beanie Baby shit where they're really like, hey, can I get like, here's the money, like kind of shit. So doesn't surprise me, but that's cool to actually see it in action.
Yeah, I hope. You think he's gonna open? He's probably gonna open them up.
I don't know if they're worth more in the packet or worth more like opened up.
I don't know.
I think like displaying your shit's like even like cooler than just having them in a box. Because like I have that like Spawn action figure that's still in the box. I'm like, I should just like put like.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think that like.
What are you talking about? Toys in boxes?
Yeah.
I sometimes I don't open them. Like I had a Michael Myers. I ended up selling a lot of my Michael Myers stuff, but I had one of the original ones, and I ended up opening it. I don't know, man. Unless I'm like just gonna sit on it and hope in like 50 years I can sell it for dick tons of money, I just open them.
Yeah.
Because I bought it for me. I don't want to sell it. Like.
No.
I would only keep it in a box if I didn't even like it, but I knew it was worth a lot of money.
No, and I agree with you. Like a lot of the stuff I've opened, like I'm like, oh, I like this. I want to display it, like kind of stuff. Like all the Funkos are pretty much in their boxes just because it's like,
well, they don't
it's
even
easier
come
to
sealed.
stack.
The Funkos don't even come sealed.
Oh no, they
either.
don't.
Yeah.
So, but it's like I have like a double of like the Pickle Rick, which I was all like, oh, I have 2 of these now. So I'm like, instead of keeping them both, like I could open one and keep it out of display. But then I thought like, oh, you know what? Let me see how, like, if we can get to, actually, I told everybody on Rick and Morty, I was like, hey, if I get to 100, like, followers on such and such, we'll do a contest kind of thing. So I'm at 90 with that, so We'll see what happens.
Nice.
But like, the one Rick, like, I ended up getting it with the Rick and Morty game for the VR set, which I haven't bought yet. Mm-hmm. But, like, I was like, oh, because it was, like, limited edition, like, pop vinyl. So I was like, okay. And then I opened it. I was like, oh, I already have this one. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just open it, kind of thing, and put it on my desk. So I was like, okay, it's kind of cool to see them out when you, like, actually remove them. But, like, sometimes it's just easier to keep them in the box because they can stack better, kind of thing. So I think that's what it just comes down to. But I know, Sarah and Matthew Stubbs, they have their Funkos, and they're like, you remove it from the box unless you have a duplicate. You do not do that, kind of thing. So, but speaking of collectibles, I sent over for to you GameStop. It was doing the original Ninja Turtles figures.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's what I saw. I think I might have saw.
So
it.
GameStop, it's like the original figures, like of the 4 turtles. I don't know how much it is or whatnot, but it's funny because I think they originally did that with they did like the black and white ones, like from the original comics, which I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
GameStop?
Yeah. Okay, so GameStop, I feel like since Game Pass is out, and people are not really pre-ordering games anymore, they have to make their money somewhere, so they're doing like limited edition like figures and stuff like that now. Because they did like a Ghostbusters Transformer mashup a while back. They did obviously the thing, but like actually my one of my pop vinyls, Rick and Morty, the Evil Morty one, you could only get it at GameStop.
Yeah, they have a lot of those exclusives. Freaking Target has an exclusive right now. I forgot what river it is, but it's George Washington and 2 other people
going across the Potomac.
Maybe it's that. Yeah, it's a huge one at Target.
Are you serious? Like a pop vinyl?
What?
Of a pop vinyl?
Yeah.
Oh my
They also
God.
have a pop vinyl of what is it? It's a house from a movie, like a
Monster House.
No, I just saw it at Hot Topic like a couple days ago. I don't remember which one it is, but it's like a whole entire. I don't remember what the fuck it was. I was like,
I was gonna say-
what? No, I think it's for a cartoon. It's fucking huge.
I was gonna say it's got to either be.
Yeah, it's
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 up, okay.
huge. I'm like, oh my! It's like the fucking size of this laptop.
Yeah, they got some big.
No, dude, they got because I got what's it called? I just got a while back. I got Snowball from Rick and Morty, but in the mech,
I want
and
the
that
Jaws
thing
one.
is fucking huge.
They have 2 Jaws ones. One with the what's it
blood.
called? No, what's the thing in it that they put in his mouth to blow him up?
Oh, the oxygen tank.
They have one with that and then one without. But there's always Jaws ones. I looked them up to see like how much money these things are, like old ones, to see if it's even worth buying or not.
Because I thought they had a Jaws where it's the boat.
They do have one of him eating the boat.
Okay.
But they just have just Jaws.
Okay.
And there's one with the thing in his mouth and one without.
So, but that's
I
yeah.
bought the Chief Brody one.
Oh, nice.
I have.
Did you see that with Matt Myra? I don't know if you follow Matt Myra on Instagram, but his Halloween costume with his the baby was the shark and he was
Nice.
That's funny.
I was like, that's fun.
Nice.
I bought Castaway. Tom Hanks when he's all bearded and
does he
long
have Wilson?
Yeah.
I sent Matthew over a Wilson figure. I don't know if he's going to buy it. I mean, I thought about buying it. We found Patrick sent me a Wilson fleshlight.
Like.
And Tom Hanks, it's on Tom Hanks' Twitter, and he's all like, "Take my fucking money."
Dude, that's crazy. Tom Hanks, my buddy had the best like Tom Hanks impression because in movies, like when he's screaming, especially like Saving Private Ryan, he's always just like, "Go do this." The way he's always just like.
Every time I hear him talk now, I'm just like, "Oh, it's Woody."
Right.
It's just like, I still have to see Toy Story 4. Fuck.
It was good.
Yeah,
I know my parents were like, "We just watched it. We're better than you." I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Mom's got
Settle
that thing.
down,
She
Mom.
like pays money per month to see like 3 movies.
Yeah, through AMC.
Yeah, and she had it like free or something, so she's like trying to go to the movies and see stuff, and it's just like I don't like going to the movies.
I think probably the last movie I'll see of 2019 is probably definitely going to be the Star Wars one. Because I haven't seen anything, and I feel bad because there's so much shit that I wanted to see. But
Next movie I see will be Halloween Kills in 2020, October.
But yeah, I think the last movie I'll probably see this year is definitely the last Star Wars.
The last Skywalker.
Did you hear though? J.J. Abrams and James Gunn are moving to the DC universe.
Interesting.
Because James Gunn is already he did Suicide Squad 2.
Is Will Smith in it?
No.
It's gonna be dumb. I didn't even see the first one though.
No, this one sounds. They got a lot of people. Okay. So I had a prediction. I don't think it's going to happen because obviously there's no.
No, I'm at Steve's. I don't know why. So it's at the house. You're at soccer and his car's not starting? So where's the soccer place? Okay. So, how are you going to get there? Okay. Well, I'll leave. All right. Bye. Fucking Chandler's car's not starting again. They just bought a brand new battery. Like like not even like a month ago.
How old is the car?
New, like a 2017.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not the fuck. What am I thinking? The starter.
We'll figure it out.
I
But we
believe
can,
that.
we can close out.
Yeah, we can totally
Because
close.
they're stuck at the school.
All right.
Desert Vista.
Yeah.
Sweet. So if you guys are listening live, you want to give them a jump start. But we'll close out tonight's episode. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah.
And and McDonald's has Retro Toy, so check it out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Scooby-Doo, 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 Scooby-Doo.
There's a mystery in town, so call the coolest pup around. Oh, Scooby, a puppy named Scooby-Doo. Join Shaggy and the crew, Daphne, Freddy, Thelma too, and Scooby, a puppy named Scooby-Doo.
When the ghosts and ghouls attack,
Scooby eats a Scooby snack. Scooby! So come on, it's mystery time. You can help us solve the crime. The Scooby, a puppy named Scooby. Scooby, a puppy named Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo, where are you?
Became a time in my life when everything seemed alright, but everything turned out wrong, and now I've got to carry on without you in my life. So through the day into the night, well, out of bed, what can be said? I'm living now, but I feel dead. He doesn't realize what he's got. I'll be there when he is gone. I hope I stay stuck in his head. I'm living now, but I feel dead. Walked away yesterday. Now today there's nothing to say. So tomorrow we'll never know what should have been or could have been. 'Cause yesterday has been done. You walked away yesterday. Not today, there's nothing to say. So tomorrow we'll never know what should have been or could have been. 'Cause yesterday has been done. Well, I've been pissing in a car for a couple of weeks, and not a single fucking one is an indictment of me. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, whoa. I told the scientists who visit about the chemical drain, but nobody thinks I'm serious. They think I'm insane. I'm like, whoa. I guess I just don't know. And so I'm sitting in this room and I'm on top of IV, and I've been watching everything on late night cable for free because, whoa, there's nowhere to go. Sometimes I see a patient passing by in the hall, and I can hear each other's thoughts, but I don't like it at all because I'm shut up in the cell and they won't turn off the lights. The brightest fucking darkness, it feels like on those nights. Got my super strength and ultra
85, a Power Ranger from '95.
Ooh.
Space Jam's Bugs Bunny.
Games that suck ass, we'd rather have a buffalo. Take a diet, we'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Atari Sega nerd. He's the angry video game nerd. When you turn on your TV, make sure it's tuned to Channel 3. He's got a nerdy shirt and a pocket pouch. Although I'd never be a dump in his ear. Cowabunga. Cow a fucking piece of dog shit. They rip you off and don't care one bit. But this nerd doesn't forget it. Why can't a turtle swim? Why can't I land the plane? They got a quick buck for this shitload of fuck. The characters' names are wrong. Why is the password so long? Why don't the weapons do anything? He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. The game sucks so bad he makes up his own words. He's the angriest, most pissed off gaming nerd. He's the angry Atari, Amiga, CDI, ColecoVision, and Television, Sega, Neo Geo, TurboGrafx, 16 Odyssey, Video, Commodore, Nintendo nerd. He's the angry video game nerd.
That's right, Morty. I'm super drunk right now, and I'm taking over the airways. Oh, jeez, Rick, why are you doing this? Because guess what, assholes? Podcast C137 is coming back. That's right, bitches. Right before the beginning of the new season. Oh, Rick, I think you're really drunk. No, Morty, yeah, that's probably right. I'm really drunk, but no one's gonna hear this because people are gonna check out right before the ending of the show because no one cares. That's right. That's why we're doing a shameful plug right now. Yeah, you should totally check out. Yeah, we're getting back in it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, Steve's gotta go solo, but it's gonna be fine. That's right, Morty. He's gonna do great. He's got big great things coming his way. He used us in a comedy bit. Yeah, it went over pretty well. I'm really stroking my own ego here. That's right. That's the best part of doing impersonations. You can just say whatever the fuck you want, and no one can give two shits. But yeah, we're gonna take over the airwaves because no one's gonna listen to this. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be like this weird thing. Look, if people hear this, you should totally follow us on Facebook and all that good stuff. Podcasts, C137. Like it's the best. This shameful plug is falling apart, so we're just gonna play another track and then we're gonna sign off. But yeah, that's right, bitches. Podcast C, 137's coming back with a vengeance, motherfucker. You piece of shit. Like, there's gonna be so much shit that's gonna happen. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna be watching, season 4. It's gonna be amazing, and it's great because I can do these voices. And yeah, that's right. TikTok. I'm gonna be doing some TikTok shit. I'm really, really hammered right now, Morty. Yeah, I know it's cool. Don't worry about it. Dog. Like, golden full degrees. I agree. I deserve this. I deserve to have Rick and Morty episodes. Mrs. Pancake. Like that really fell apart. Yeah, Morty. No one cares. No one's gonna hear this. It's gonna be great. It's crazy. Shut up, walking.